Hello, welcome to the stream. Today, we are returning once again to The Last of Us. So, to anybody who hasn't been here the past few times, I'll briefly explain what is going on. So, I've been playing through The Last of Us with all character audio turned off, as well as music, and during the cutscenes, because it's a separate audio slider for like the pre-rendered cutscenes, like not the ones in engine, it's completely silent because it's either all of it or none of it for those. So yeah. So essentially, I have gotten to the city. Like, we had just left Bill, taken the car, and come here. The Raiders had, made us crash the car. It's, like, destroyed. Now we're trying to get through the city, staying alive. And I'm pretty sure this is where we meet Henry and Sam. So... I mean, I'm not one to pass up the opportunity to pick up some weed. Just gotta have little moments like that where they could conceivably be having conversation. Just for reasons, you know. Don't worry about it. Last time I did this, I definitely sort of revealed why I'm doing this, which, you know, it's okay if you guys know, but like, and I think part of the fun is keeping it secret, right? Is sugar used for anything else? I don't think so. Yeah, I'll go ahead and make a smoke bomb. Bam. What we got going on here? Weapon sway would be a good one to save for. We be streaming out loudy. We do, Bobby. Speaking of Bobby, everybody, it was just Bobby's birthday yesterday, so everybody wish him a slightly belated happy birthday. Dude is one of my best friends, whole wide world, so he deserves all the birthday wishes. What happens when the food runs out? What happens? Tell me, Ellie. What happens when the food runs out? Tell me! What? Oh. Tell me, Ellie! Oh, D-Stop, you're too kind. Thank you. Don't you know there's a famine? Don't you know there's a famine, Ellie? Don't you? Don't you? You know, Bobby, I am currently in the, PandaForceGaming Discord if you'd like to talk while I'm streaming. Totally up to you, though. I don't know what you're up to today. Uh-oh. I was almost spotted. That would be bad. Oh, you got a bad case of jiggle leg there? Because, I mean, unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to help you with that. Huh. It's not a great angle for him to be coming from. Well, okay. So much for that experiment. Ah! Good, 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 good. Things are going well. Things are going well. Uh-oh. That's okay. That's okay. You know, if I can find my headphones, I could join you for a bit. That would be great if you could, buddy. I'm going to take this time to heal, because I just realized how red the corners of my screen are. A little vignette situation going on there. You know what I mean? Uh-oh! Looks like I was spotted! Dude. Yeah. Yeah, get attacked by me. Yeah, we're good. Wouldn't you agree, Ellie? What should we got here? Definitely want to make one of these. Hell yeah. I'm climbing up here. Bro, I'm doing all sorts of things. I'm so wacky and quirky. Stop feeding us lies. Give us our rations. Don't you know there's a famine, Ellie? A little shrug that she gave. Corrupt bastards. Couldn't agree more. You know, the thing about corrupt bastards is how corrupt they are. You'll die before we starve? Maybe. That's a possibility of what could happen. You get fucked, Ellie. Oh, she can do it too. Well... Oh, we're sneaking? I should probably... Okay. You know, I graduated top of my class from the... See, I could immediately lose stealth, but I think the smarter option would be to not do that. So I'm going to try to avoid that if possible. Oh, hello, Ellie. Hello! Alright, Epic, let's go get this guy. Hello! Get punked, bitch. Huh, have they still not broken up their little trio here? Doesn't appear as if they have. What? Oh. I don't have to take those guys on yet, because there's other people I can go for. So I think that's probably what I'm gonna do. You know, I seem to actually remember this building, and more than just remembering it, I remember not liking it. I guess I'll go upstairs. Let's see what I can do up here. It's time to be epic. Ready for this shit? Hello! Just got gooped, bro. Uh-oh. That's okay. I'm sure he didn't notice. Hello. God, too easy. Is it Joe? Got another guy up here.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's Bobby.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
What's up, buddy?
Uh-oh, uh-oh. Fuck! Well, I just
Not
messed
good
up
things.
some stealth. So, you know, things are happening. Uh-oh, hello, hello. Ow, okay. I just died.
Damn, I picked the worst time to roll through.
No, it's fine, it's fine. It's not canon, it didn't happen, I respawned. I just have to find where everybody is. Oh, there's a guy right here.
Yeah, I'm only gonna plop in for a little. I have stuff to do. But I was like, man, you're streaming? And then you're like, dude, come hang. And I was like, I got a second.
Well, I'm glad you were able to join.
It's been
a while
yeah,
since
me
we
too.
talked.
Yeah, I've just been busy. My brother was crashing here. I don't know if I told you that. My brother was crashing.
No, yeah,
with
I knew
me
your
for,
brother.
like...
I was about to ask, but, you know, I figured you were looking for headphones or whatever. If your brother's still crashing with you.
No, we got him back into his crib on Monday. I would tell you about it, but it's not a story that I'm sure my brother wants to be told on stream.
Understandable.
But yeah, he's back in his apartment now, which is good. And so now, I just finished my interview with Cresco. That was the last thing I did before I joined your stream, like as a viewer. So I have some
That's
freedom
cool.
right now.
Nice.
Not much though, because I'm still behind on things. Like my brother's name is Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
Having Brandon here just kind of put me back a little bit. I wasn't doing like laundry or keeping up with anything like that. I was just very focused on hanging out with my brother and making sure he was good.
Yeah. Important things.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, now I'm doing the catch-up game. So it's like I've done like a decent amount of laundry, right? But now I'm at the point where it's like, I don't know if you're like this, but I will put off the folding process as long as humanly possible.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at right now. So it's just like, fuck, I'm gonna be spending 30 minutes just folding clothes.
Yeah, there's like really, really simple steps of the laundry process that I procrastinate for so long.
It's the easiest part.
Ow.
Well, actually, that's not true. The easiest part is putting everything in the wash and dryer and then walking away and coming back like an hour later. That's the easiest part.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if you saw what just happened there on stream.
No, I have Discord mainly open, and it's kind of hovering over my Chrome, so I can only see half of the stream, but I did see a fiery blaze of glory.
Yes. That is how Joel went out. And you know what? It could have been worse, right?
It could have been worse.
If you really think about it, it could have been worse.
Give me a second. The pizza guy's here.
Yeah, pizza. Uh-oh. I didn't notice the guy right behind me. Ah! Oh. Shut the fuck up! Stop putting tooltips on my screen! I don't want to know! Right, fuck you. Fuck you and your melee weapon! It's my melee weapon now. Shit. Get out of here, freaking Molly guy. I don't respect you. Yeah, that's right, I just fucking told you. Alright, freaking heal. Quickly. Yeah. Uh-oh. I don't think so. Get. Yeah, that's what I thought, right, Ellie? Yeah. God, I'm cool. Alright, assumedly there's another guy, right? Where is he? Oh, yeah. Over there. So, how was your birthday, man? Do anything in particular?
It was good. You picked the right time. I just got back, right? No, it was good. Fucking, I didn't. So here in Denver, like in the Denver area, because I live a little like outside of Denver. We got absolutely blasted with snow. Like, it was a blizzard. You couldn't, like, I mean, I guess you could go outside if you wanted to, but it was just crazy. Like, the wind was blowing the snow, like, from up off the ground and, like, whipping it all over the place and stuff. It was, like, it's the most snow we've seen here in the state in a very, very, very long time. Like, in one day, should I say.
Yeah.
And so... Oh, sorry. The cats are growling at something. Who's out there? Oh, my dad. Hi, Dad.
Are your cats upset with your dad?
No, they really like him, so I think they're making that sound because they're like, I want to get to him.
Oh.
But yeah, so my birthday, I didn't really... Yesterday, we literally just sat around, and I played, some games with my brother. And then I tried to... my brother and SP got to meet, and so I was trying to get together with both.
I heard about that.
It was just like totally circumstantial. It was like, you know how SB is. Like Friday night rolled around and he hits me up at like, you know, an absurd time. It was like 11:45 or something like that. And he's like, "Hey man, let's play some Fortnite tonight." And I was actually already playing Fortnite.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Brandon.
that's actually like a relatively calm time for him, because like, I mean, granted that's with the time difference, but like typically it's even pretty later.
Yeah, no, it was cool. Like I was literally telling Brandon too. I was like, dude, my friend who I met through YouTube, SP, we call him Super Potion, ha ha ha. He likes to get on like drunk on Fridays and we play Fortnite. And my brother was like super down with that, and that's like me and Brandon started playing Fortnite just because like I kind of brought it up, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you want to see some of the cool things I have?" I guess my brother bought one of the Battle Pass things like a while ago, like during the first chapter of Fortnite.
Yeah, so
And so he was
he's
showing
got
off.
epic cool stuff.
He does, and dude, people bought me like my brother bought me the battle pass, and Jack bought me fucking uh the Master Chief skin. And it's just like, what the hell, you guys? That's so nice, thank you.
I'm not gonna ask who Jack is because I don't want you to dox whoever you're referring to.
Yeah, our buddy Jack. I'm just so used to calling him that now. I don't call him by his handle.
I
But
have
yeah,
a
so
guess. I have a guess who you're referring to. But
it was very nice. It was very nice of him. He didn't have to do that. I've been playing Fortnite with PJ. Like PJ joined with
what?
it was me, Blair Sue, SP, and PJ one night.
Oh, so when you said Jack, did you mean Blair Sue?
Yeah.
Oh, I had totally expelled the thought from my mind that you could possibly be referring to him.
Yeah, no, me and Jack Blair Sue, he's the homie. We've gotten very close. But yeah, we had a night of it was me and SP at first, and he was like, dude, duos are too sweaty for me. And I was like, okay, fine, we can, let's hit up Blair Sue. And so we sent him an invite, and he was like, yo, but Peach wants to play too. And it was like, okay.
Well, epic.
So yeah, no. And then SP bounced, and I played like a few rounds of trios with those guys. It was pretty cool. But anyway, my birthday, I just hung out with my brother. We played Fortnite, and then we played Sea of Thieves. And that was really that was it. And I had breakfast for dinner. That's my mom, because I'm fortunate enough right now to live at home, and my mom's so sweet. She cooks all the time. My mom's so funny. She's like, that's my thing. Your dad goes to work and I cook the food. And it's like, hey, all right, if that rhythm works for you guys.
Yeah.
And so she loves to cook.
And
she was like, what do you want for your birthday? Dude, she'll be living in Arkansas. We could just go road trip to see my mom. It'll be easy.
Dude, I would love that. Yeah, I guess once you finish telling this story, we can talk about how you're close to moving out here to Maryland.
Yeah, but no, my mom made breakfast. She was like, what do you want for dinner? Like, anything you want, anything's on the table. Just, you have to tell me now before the blizzard comes. I was like, I was stumped too, because that's always such a hard question. Like, your favorite blank is always so hard for me, unless it's like your favorite color, your favorite soda, favorite food is really big, favorite music, things like that. And so I was just stumped on that question, and I was like sitting there talking to her, and I just had a Freudian, and I meant to say birthday, but I said breakfast. And then we looked at each other, and she's like, do you want breakfast? And I was like, I want breakfast. And so we had pancakes and bacon and shit like that, which is you can my parents are cool, we could have whatever any time of day, but it was just still kind of cool to be like, hey, I want, because they eat a lot of red meat and stuff, which is fine, but it makes my stomach upset. I'm a sensitive boy. So it was just really cool to be like, hey, can we have something that's kind of not heavily meat related for a meal?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, because I don't know how much I've talked to you about this, but your birthday is actually the day before my mom's birthday, so today's my mom's birthday.
Oh, snap.
But we celebrated it 2 days ago. So we also have the tradition in our family where, whatever the person whose birthday it is wants for their meal, that's what they get. They can choose anything. And my mom typically is the one who at least helps making the meal and makes the cake or pie or whatever person requests for the dessert. But, we're not going to let my mom make her own birthday meal or cake. So I made the cake, and then my dad and I made the meal. So I made a white chocolate cake. I had done the same thing last year. I don't think it turned out as good this year, but it still tasted fine. It's just the frosting consistency was a little off.
No, I feel you.
For her meal, though, she requested fettuccine Alfredo with scallops, shrimp, and bacon.
Oh, classy.
Yeah, dude, it was yummy as hell. My dad pan-seared the scallops. So good.
Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, we have that kind of like mismatch with my family too, where it's like my mom cooks the majority of the meals, but when her birthday rolls around, my dad also knows how to cook incredibly well. He's like the grill master 5000, you know. So
Yeah.
when her birthday rolls around, it's so like he has like a Traeger, one of those smokers, right?
Hmm.
And so they'll go like get like bougie wood and get like a bird or something, and that's what my mom's meal is. She likes that kind of stuff, and so there's like a nice give and take where he and she like they've been married for so long. It's where she's like, I love Gail's cooking. I love it so much. You know, like that's I don't care what it is. I just want that for my birthday. And it's like perfect because he will do that.
Yeah. You just doxed your dad.
Yeah, yeah. Go find my my dad on social media and try to bug him. He'll never hit you back up.
Oh my god. I I want to find your dad on social media now. Nothing would make me happier.
So what's funny, actually, I was just because
Oh
I have a
god.
phone again, finally.
Yeah.
Um, and so I was going through my emails, just kind of sifting through them because now I'm back in the routine where I don't have to be like stuck behind my desk all the time. Just because like my day is like wake up, have some water, take a shower, get some coffee, blah blah blah, check my phone. And when I get to the check my phone part, I like to have the freedom of throwing that anywhere into the schedule with my cell phone. But with the computer, you're kind of like, well, it's stuck right here. I can't take this with me. So I kind of have to like sit here and do the things. It's very annoying. But
Yeah.
anyway, I was sifting through my fucking Gmail, and me and SP had just recently exchanged numbers, and I saw a friend's suggestion that I didn't recognize, and I click on it, and I've already seen this suggestion on my Facebook once, but it was SP, and I'm like, oh my god, I love it. This is so funny. Like SP can't, if he wants to keep his real name hidden, he can't even exchange numbers with anybody.
Yeah. Well, I think anybody who he's giving his number to, he'd be fine, seeing, like having them know his name.
Right, absolutely. I was thinking about it the other day just because I'm about to be live like we're kind of taking part of this group and making it a lot closer because I live here in the middle of the Midwest,
Yeah.
and I'm about to be closer to everybody else now. And I was just thinking about it, pipe dream of like, man, it'll be really cool the day where we can actually get everybody together. I want to meet SP so bad in real life.
Yeah. You know what you
And
mean.
like going to Kineticon would be a lot easier now just because we're all well, most of us are gonna be in one location, so it's like let's go see Tim.
Yeah.
The one Texas is where like Kyle and Butter live, but like they're young, and Kyle always is like, I'm leaving this place.
Yeah.
He hates the heat.
I think in general, the idea of, oh man, I gotta get out of here is like a very common thing for younger people to have. And like, not that that's a wrong thing and that they shouldn't, absolutely explore what they want to do, but I think like a lot of people, once they go to college and have that taste of being away, they learn to actually appreciate where they're from.
No, that's totally like where I'm at right now. I was explaining my family is a little goofy silly, and there's my brother, or me and my brother are only half brothers. He has a different dad.
Yeah.
But his dad is really cool. Well, we have like the same dad, but he has like a different sperm donor, if you want to call it that, because our
Right.
dad is our dad.
Yeah.
But unlike me, Brandon's guy is actually like, I wouldn't say involved, but we know him and we hang out with him, and he hung out with us when we were kids and stuff. Like he was part of our lives.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was talking to him, and his mom, I called them Father and Grammy. I was talking to them yesterday, and I was explaining to them kind of like I'm there at that point of like I want to miss Colorado, like,
Yeah.
and I'm 26, and I've kind of grew up being like, this is my final place. Like I love Colorado so much. I love the snow and the mountains. Like why would I not want to live here?
Yeah.
Um, but I think the thing that I've learned about life is that you're just always evolving. You know, you never know. When I was
Absolutely.
in high school, I loved metal music, and it was nothing but metal music. If you like pop or punk or pop punk or anything like that, you're gay. You know, fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
And now, like, you know, I look back on that, and this is just an example, obviously, but it's just like I love all music. I listen to jazz. That's like my favorite music. I hated jazz when I was in high school.
Yeah.
You know, like you're always changing. Like if 16-year-old me could see 26-year-old me, he'd be like, "What? That's me?"
Yeah, dude. I used to hate rap just because I still think a lot of it is not good, but I sort of just like wasn't willing to believe that there was good rap music because the stuff that I'd heard was bad, and I was just like, no, it must all be garbage.
Hmm.
Um, but like the more that I've exposed myself to more music, like I've just gotten more into music in general, really. Like I was very
No,
much just listening to pop music, if anything, but since then, sort of expanded my horizons with music a bit.
no, that's always cool to hear, and that definitely like leans on the idea like you're always changing. Like everyone, like you know, you never know exactly what it is that you want. You know, um, and there's not. I think what people don't like put emphasis on enough is that that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. It's
Yeah.
insanely normal to consistently be evolving. You know, I think people kind of get stuck up with the stigma of like, oh, well, I don't want to be a hypocrite. It's like, dude, it's okay to change your mind or to be enlightened by a perspective.
Oh yeah, everyone is always evolving in like a ton of different aspects.
So yeah, like I got there now, you know, like when I was a teen, I was like, I love Colorado. I'm never leaving. And like now I'm excited. I'm sad to leave, right? Like I'm gonna, you know, I have my friends and I've made memories and stuff like that here, but it's like Colorado, it's not like it's going anywhere.
Yeah, you can always
I'm the
come
one
back
who's
later.
leaving. Yeah.
You're just sort of like exploring a new chapter of your life right now.
It's dude, it's exciting. I'm very excited. Like I think my father was kind of hesitant because I told him I was like, and they live in California, you know, they're on the other coast. So I'm like, yeah, I'm moving over to the east to meet, you know, to live by my YouTube friends and you know, the beaches though. And he's like, yeah, but there's what about beaches here? And it's like, Father, I love you, but it's expensive out there.
Yeah.
I can't live in California. But like, yeah, I don't know. It was just funny to get to have that talk with him because you can tell, like, you could tell by just some of the, like, the tone of his voice of some of the like, oh yeah, you know. And he's like, I think my father's like 51, maybe he's just 50, but like, you
Hmm.
know, a little older, and I can understand the hesitation of like, you're doing you what?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like it's kind of like a weird thing because I think a lot of people, especially older people, still view the internet as what it was like 20 years ago, which is like this
Yes,
wild west
dude.
place where you can't trust anybody that you meet.
No, I want to make a video about this so bad. Like, you are so right. And okay, for granted, it's not like it's not the Wild West. Obviously, there are crazy websites out there. There are bad people
Yeah.
out there. You know, it's still to be treaded lightly. But it's just, it's I don't know. What made me like, got my inspiration thinking about this like essay. Oh shit. Uh,
No, it's fine.
but what got me thinking about this essay was you guys actually, like all the friends that I've made through YouTube, because it's just so funny the juxtapositioning of like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, or however long ago, you know, 15 years ago, I guess, of it being like, you know, don't go like chat rooms and pedophiles and don't trust anyone you meet online.
Yeah.
And now you know, we have like social, and this is like a different like beast, and this is not, I wouldn't tackle this in the video, but like we have social media and stuff like that. Obviously we reach out and connect with each other because we understand the internet a little bit better, and because we understand the internet a little bit better, we can come together in like-minded communities, right? Like you and me, maybe at a glance, people would be like, "You guys are friends? Like how? How did that happen?" And it's like, well, but we have commonalities. We met through commonalities, and that's what the internet is really good at.
Yeah. Yeah, like a lot has changed in that sense. Like you and I have like, we're not like the same person or anything, but we have quite a few common interests, and because of the internet, we were able to like connect through those common interests. It's basically just like the internet now is so good at allowing you to connect with people as opposed to, well, I guess, it was always allowing you to connect to people, but I don't know. You have
It's
better
more
words for this.
transparent. I think it's just so much more transparent. Obviously, like with the evolution of things like social media, and I've thought a lot about this. Like
Mm-hmm.
with the evolution of things like social media, because like think about like back in the day, how did we used to connect with each other? Email and forums and these kind of faceless interactions.
Yeah.
And and yes, people might say like, oh well, YouTube could be a faceless interaction, but it's like the people at a smaller creator scale. And I think if you never created content and you're just looking uh as like as a watcher, as a third party, and you don't understand, like you'll never understand, because like being a small YouTuber, I was thinking about this the other night too. You come in contact with an insane amount of people, some like a lot of them who are friendly, a lot of them who are not friendly, a lot of them who will offer the hand of friendship for over the course of a long time and then take back that hand of friendship without even saying anything. Like it's an insanely ruthless field it's an insanely ruthless passion or hobby to kind of
Yeah.
be in, because you're always treading kind of fickle waters, because maybe it could be comparable to like big wigs in the music industry, right? Like you just never really completely know who you can trust, right? So the friendships you make are very purely up to your discretion as well. And the information you give up as well, obviously, is to your discretion, right? Like think about SP and how he doesn't, I almost called him by his real name.
Yeah,
uh,
don't do that. I don't. You're not even in habit of doing that.
I was just thinking about him, and like when I thought about him, like the email I saw with his name on it came up, and so that's why I almost Freudian. But like think about SP, he keeps details very, very micromanaged. He keeps things very secretive, and
Yeah.
that's for reason, right? He's not trying to let everybody in. And that, I think that's another skill that the internet has kind of, maybe it's being a small YouTuber as well, but like that's another skill that we've kind of acquired over the years, is being able to micromanage the ideas of like, okay, maybe I've made this mistake on the internet once before, and I know these kinds of people I can and can't trust. Or maybe you don't interact well with people in the real life, so the people you interact really well with are online, and that's awesome as well. I think about Kyle in that sense, where he is such a shy, just awkward little bug, but he blossoms so insanely well through the uh, quote unquote anonymity, because we know a lot about him now.
Yeah.
But just like the facelessness of what online friendship kind of has to provide.
Yeah.
And it's so cool too, because like with an example of like you and me and Cameron and Michael, we got to like have a very you get to see it build up, right? It's not this instantaneous thing. You obviously are very particular about the people you let in. I knew you guys for a while before we kind of all clicked, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we've
It's just
known
very
each other for a long time.
yeah, no, and like I still have like same gamers, Seattle. I love those guys, and I've known them for years, about as long as I've known you guys. But just through interactions and hangouts and more common interests, you and me and your friends have become greater friends than me and those guys.
Yeah.
So it's just very fascinating, because like I still look at those guys as my friends too, right? It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, of
I
course.
think it's such a cool fucking thing that the internet has this option. You obviously have to like take care of yourself and be smart about it, but like I think I said these words verbatim in a text to Kyle the other day. It's like super cool that a lot of my best friends now are people who I met online.
Yeah.
Especially, and well, now I'm tacking on, but especially just like as context, when I was at a point where I didn't really even have too many like real life friends to like lean on.
Yeah.
So it's
Well,
like super cool.
I think that's something that's really amazing about the internet is that it allows you to have these like really close relationships with people in sort of like a low stakes environment, because the thing about like in-person friends that makes it like hard or like it can be nervous is like if something goes like wrong with that friendship, like you're still gonna have to interact with that person so much. But with an online friendship, like if suddenly we got in a big fight and things were said and we could never forgive each other, we would never have to talk to each other again. We would probably never run into each other either, other than the fact that now you're moving to my state.
I'm about to be working in Snow Hills, baby.
Yeah. But like it allows for sort of a more genuine like you don't have to be worried about what you say in the sense of like, oh, is this person gonna judge me for this? Like,
I think that's very well said, and I think a great example of that is SP. And like, everyone knows SP gets saucy when he drinks, right? We've seen it happen on stream, so I'm not giving up any details.
No, it's funny. It's funny. I really like hanging out with drunk SP.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love getting together with SP and like playing games without recording and just knowing that SP and I share this like trust and friendship with each other, despite never ever meeting each other in real life.
Yeah.
Where like he can truly be himself, and it's just super fucking cool. Cause then like I'll go and join him for his streams and we'll hang out, right? It's a good time, but I get to kind of see the YouTuber version of SP.
Yeah.
So it's cool. I think, and I think maybe that's part of it because we're creators, right? So we're like already low key putting on a show. So then it's like, oh wait, but I can be me in front of this person. I can let this person in.
Yeah, there's definitely an aspect of that, and because like when you and I first started getting close, like it took a while for us to actually start like interacting with each other, but like once we did, like after the hardcore. Which is the first time that we actually like talked over like a voice call and started like truly becoming friends, other than just like, hey, we both do this YouTube thing and that's cool. Let's hit each other up on Twitter. Once we started actually becoming friends, we became good friends very quickly. And I remember we were discussing that because like at the time, because we sort of discussed how like we had become a lot closer with each other like more quickly than like a lot of our in-person friends, partially because we were internet friends, and like it's a lot of what I was saying, but also there's like I don't know, there's a lot of other like reasons I don't really understand as to why that kind of friendship would be easier.
No, well, I think that what the cool thing is that like when you start interacting with people over the internet, you're not really worried subconsciously about like, oh, are my hands here, or am I looking in the right direction, or oops, did I say the wrong thing because of this gesture they made? Maybe I'm a little too observational when it comes to like in life body language when it comes to conversations, but like those are very like subtle nods that people are kind of giving out, right?
Yeah.
And so you're just kind of always worried about these things, or worried about the way the interaction went, or it's there's a lot of worry, and understandably so. I can understand why some people are like, man, schools didn't teach me to be prepared, like how to interact with people. Like I wish like human interaction 101. It was a course. I've seen that on my Twitter feed more than once. And justifiably so. It's hard. For me, I got lucky and I worked a retail job at like the age of 15 and just kind of like got thrust into it. But not everyone's lucky like that. I think about some of my friends who are living in Texas who maybe haven't had their first job yet, and especially right now with everything that's going on, maybe they've been stuck inside away from social interactions more often than not, and so you just kind of like you overanalyze. TLDR, like the biggest thing is in real life you overanalyze, like, and it's so subconscious, you don't mean to, and it's such an energy taker
Yeah.
that you can't actually thoroughly enjoy the conversation until like and obviously real life friendships happen all the time, that's the common way.
Yeah.
But that obviously happens over, and just like YouTube or any other interactions, it just happens over like multiple interactions.
Yeah.
And I just think with YouTube, those multiple, it's less multiple interactions, right? Some
Yeah.
friends right away, you just have like like me and my friend Chandler clicked right away, best friends. Me and my Willow clicked, best friends right away. Super lucky though, because not a lot of people and a lot of the friendships I've forged were like that. I've had to work for them.
Mm-hmm.
Where and like you work for them online as well, but I guess what I'm getting at is like, because you're not using your energy to worry so much about like subconscious things that you might worry about in a real life conversation, you're able to utilize that energy in better ways. You can express yourself better or talk for longer, or you think of stuff that you might not have thought up of, because in life interactions are hard.
Yeah.
And it's true. Like I will say, like, it's like, I don't know, someone who's charismatic or whatever, I do think in life interactions are hard. They're tricky. Whereas online, the coolest thing about online too is like you and I can talk to each other over messaging and kind of establish a baseline of like, I trust this person enough to go into a phone call and play some games.
Yeah.
I trust this person, like I'm gonna hit that person up again to play some,
Yeah, we've been talking
something about that
over messages and like interacting for like, what, like a year before we ever talked?
Yeah, no,
like, because I mean, you can even see like,
bit.
Not only were we just like, casually interacting, but like, we even organized an April Fool's joke where we went on each other's YouTube channels.
I think about that actually. It's so funny. I think about that, like how our friendship was forged and how we did that without really even having this level of friendship with each other yet.
Yeah, we really didn't know each other.
Yeah, it was risking the. What's funny though is when you presented that option, I viewed you as a safe person, like a safe people to work with.
Yeah. And I think I viewed you the same way, because, I mean, we've been talking for a while even about, like, doing a collaboration. It just hadn't happened. Partially why we had this idea that each other was safe might be because the way we met wasn't the usual way that I met people as a YouTuber. It was, you were already, like, you were established as buddies with HM5, and you met us through that collaboration we did with HM5, so you knew that they trusted us.
Yeah, and I think that's another thing about online friendships that make them a little, like, obviously in the real world too, someone can get like, oh, like your seal of approval from somebody, right?
Yeah.
But like online, maybe you're hesitant to like become like mutual followers with somebody, but then you see like, oh, but Bobby and SP follow him, so yeah, there's something about this person.
Yeah.
And again, everything has to be taken with a grain of salt, whether it's like in real life or online, just because people are deceptive, not everyone's good, blah blah blah. But like at the end of the day, that I really do think the energy that you get to conserve by kind of having this level of anonymity, starting conversations, is nice. Some people use it to their advantage and they kind of forge a false sense of identity of who they actually are. But those are like some of the people you end up weeding out. That's why I think the best online friendships are the ones that take a long time to get to.
Yeah.
You know, like we for me personally, I'm just awkward too, so it's just like I want to interact with people through messaging for a little bit. You know, I kind of want to get that flavor of who they are and their senses of humor and still support them, right? Like check out their show and streams and stuff. That's usually how we kind of become friends.
Yeah.
Anyway, is we're all creators.
There's only a couple people that I have like worked with as a creator that I haven't gone through that process with, because even Kyle, like, you know, he randomly just joined the server when we were trying to do a map, so we played with him. But earlier that day, I had gotten around to finally checking out his content to see if he was somebody that I would want to be friends with. But like, there are people who I've just taken people's word for it. Like, I don't think I ever checked out Moldy's stuff before I worked with him.
Oh my gosh, I love Moldy.
I just had taken your word for it because I, you know, over the past however long, I've come to really trust your judgment in people.
Oh, I appreciate that, and the feeling is mutual for sure. I think a skill that we've all kind of gotten good at, some maybe better than others, is that exact skill though of kind of being like, because for me at first at least I was kind of just trying to befriend any creator, and I was like my doors were very open, and now like my doors are like open to, like, I'm not, you know, follow back, we're buddies and we're buddies and we're buddies, you know, I'm particular.
Yeah.
And I think like that's good. I think it's
be.
good to be particular.
Yeah. Like,
just because, like,
you know, as much as I would like to believe that everyone is genuine, that's just impractical to think that's the case.
No, I'm an optimist. You know, my glass is half full, but the reality of the matter is not everyone is good, and I think the duality of that can even be expressed through what, like, the medium that we enjoy, right? Gaming and content creation. My example is so I was playing Sea of Thieves 2 nights ago, or maybe it was 3 nights ago, and I was playing with 4 other people. It was like my brother and some of my old coworkers and one of their current coworkers, and he's a nice guy. I don't know him, but we met through gaming, and gaming is also a great medium to meet people, but that's a whole different story. But him and I, you know, so we were all playing Sea of Thieves and we're having a good time. And that day, so to have 5 people in the same team on Sea of Thieves is convoluted. But like, essentially, you run the same. You have to be on the same server, and you guys run a flag on each other's ship that says like, I'm an alliance. I'm a friendly character.
Right.
And if other ships that want to ally with you, they can ally with you. And so we didn't realize that that meant literally any ship. And so we played that night for like a few hours, and when we were ending, we had like 7 or other, like, it was a few other ships. Like we had like maybe it was 6. There was, when you looked at the map, you could see everybody who was playing, and we were all like sharing loot, and we were all allied with each other. We would like cruise past other boats, and they would be non-hostile. Like everybody was just very cool, very sweet.
Yeah.
And then we played yesterday, and people are chasing us down and trying to blow up our boat with gunpowder barrels and like just being jerks, you know, like just being jerks, just overall. Yeah. And so like that duality, just in that one instance, in that one example, is kind of a metaphor for how like all of life is though. Like, yeah, sometimes you meet really awesome strangers. Sometimes sometimes they maintain a stranger status. They don't, not everyone's your friend, but just, you know, sometimes you meet some incredible people. And then on the other side of that, you meet some absolute shit suckers.
Yeah. That's certainly the truth.
And it's just a constant. I think that's something I've learned is, as much as I exude like happy, good vibes and all that hippy dippy nonsense, and as much as I wish every interaction I had with people reflected those feelings, that they don't, sadly. You know, because not everyone's like that. and that's just the sad reality. No, it's so funny you brought up Kyle. Kyle's definitely like one of the biggest like exceptions of friendship that ever happened, because like I knew who he was, and I trusted SP's word on him, and I checked out his content. I liked his content a lot. And then just one day, all of a sudden, we're playing games with him. Like, not planned or anything. It was planned to play games with you guys.
Yeah.
But then, like, just all of a sudden, he joined us, and, like, it was, like, so out of my element. Like, you know, we're just kind of, like, rolling with it.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, Cameron's in the chat.
Oh my god, he is. PandaForcePog, thank you, buddy.
Cameron, join us.
Yeah, Cam, join the Discord. You can listen to me die in real time, because that's what's about to happen. Yep,
No,
there
man,
we go.
They're giving you a run for your money.
Yeah, that was brutal. Really was.
But yeah, Kyle was definitely the biggest exception in my mind. Of just, it baffles me too, because being, oh my God, he did it.
Hey.
Hey, what's going
What's
on,
up, buddy?
Not much, you know? Living life. Doing shit.
Right?
How are you boys doing?
Doing pretty good. We've just been talking about friendships in the internet.
Oh, okay.
You know, as you do.
Yeah. As you do.
He just tickled a fancy, because I've been thinking about writing an essay about like that exact idea.
Ooh.
And so we were just talking about it.
Bobby, are we getting back to the Tubby Totodile video essays?
Okay, so
I would
I'll
love to see
fill you
that.
guys in on a behind the, like, it's not done or anything, right? But I have an idea of how I kind of want to move forward as a creator, because I kind of am on break mode right now. And so I want to maybe transition my channel that's like a gaming channel to just being a gaming channel. And then maybe running another channel where I put like video essays and more like skits and sketches or stuff that's just like, it wouldn't fit on a gaming channel.
Yeah. That makes sense. I feel like we sort of talked about that before, and like that's a similar thing that I did with PandaForce Jar, which is I have so many concepts to get back to.
Yeah, like I like that idea too, just so that way like I can kind of keep, like, if you like shorts and gameplay and all that kind of stuff, that's great. Tubby Totodile currently as a channel is thriving insanely well off of that stuff. But when I reflect on everything that I like as a creator and kind of like where I want to evolve as a creator, I like gaming and I don't want to like stop making gaming content, but I want to expand and do some other things. Like my parents, they just let me have this fucking really cool like VHS camcorder from like the 90s, and I want to fuck around with it so bad. And like the just like things like, you know, I have like bit ideas and all these concepts that just like they wouldn't make sense. It would be like if out of nowhere your favorite gaming creator started uploading mukbangs.
Mm-hmm. Camsauce 505 mukbangs.
Let's go.
I'll just eat 300 chicken McNuggets in a single sitting.
Yes.
Oh.
The McNugget Guzzler.
But yeah, so I do want to do that, and I think I might like start that new channel by taking all the essays off of the gaming channel and then re-uploading them, maybe with some like edits or something. Maybe just a straight re-upload, but just really kind of restarting the new channel, making it very clear, like, hey, this is what's going on here.
Mm.
Just because, like, also the few essays I have done are kind of hidden now from like the hundreds of gaming videos I've done.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the case, because especially since like the essays were like largely the beginning of the channel, and since then you've done more and more gaming.
And tried to, like, you know, you'll see like and maybe a rant like the Halo one or the Donkey Kong 64 one kind of randomly thrown in amongst a bunch of other gaming
Yeah.
And it's like it is gaming, but it's not. You
Yeah.
know, like.
Which I think you know, it would work to have all that on one channel, but
I
just
think
for
with good branding and good like graphic design and stuff, absolutely. But this one man show is not that good. So this is the route I'm gonna take. I think.
I don't know. I think you're pretty good.
I appreciate it. I do. I have evolved a lot. I was looking back on old underground arcade stuff, and it's like, wow, I've come quite the way. But I don't think I have the skill set to kind of manage all of that on one channel. I think two channels. I think I have the skill set to manage two different channels. I just need to kind of get back in the game. Like I was looking at whatever crew, the clips and highlights, and I'm like, man, we gotta get back to that too. God damn.
Yeah, sorry. I've as you have been, I've been incredibly busy, so I haven't been able to really focus on that.
No, literally everyone I've talked, because I've been keeping up with the group. Well, other than the Cam is Sasquatch, right? Like when Cam rolls through, it's like seeing Bigfoot.
Very elusive, rare.
Even though I know I could reach out to you and be like, hey buddy, I was actually just thinking about doing that the
worried.
other day.
Yeah, I was like, I haven't like played games with Bobby in a while. I missed that.
I know, dude. I was gonna hit you up and be like, listen, man, you wanna like we gotta play some Halo or something. But I've been keeping up with everyone for the most part, other than Sasquatch McGee. And the boys are busy, you know, and so I guess I kind of just subconsciously sondered that sensation onto Cameron. Just because, like, I know Michael's going through some stuff. I know Jordan, you're going through some stuff. I know Kyle's going. Like, everyone is literally like, my brother was going through some stuff. Like, everyone's just going through some stuff right now. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah, I'm free though. I'm not going through anything.
I am finally, I'm finally in a place where like I have a little bit more free time, obviously, because I'm feeling a little bit more confident because I have dude, I forgot how much I hate interviewing for like these kinds of specialty positions, because they're like, okay, well, we're gonna get together for round 2 interviews, and it's like, who else is of interviewing with my level of knowledge for this freaking position?
20 people.
Right? Like, it must be steep if they want a second interview.
What else are they asking you? I mean, like
I don't know. I don't
interview.
even. I think they just want me to meet like their hiring manager and their HR director, and just see if those two people think I'm a good fit. Even though the person I spoke with today, she was like accidentally being like, "So the offer. I mean, when we offer you, I mean, like," and so it's like, and they accidentally forward chained me something that was meant for only employees. So I think they want me.
Yeah, I think you're probably in there.
Yeah, and that was like now the biggest thing on my plate. There are two things. It's packing up all my things, which I'm not terribly worried about. I don't own much stuff. And finding an apartment. That's like the next thing on my plate. That's the bigger thing, right? Like I have some mashed potatoes and that's the packing, but then there's this fucking T-bone steak sitting on there, and that's the apartment.
Up until you revealed that you were speaking an analogy, I was like, I don't know what a bowl of mashed potatoes has to do with this.
That's all Bobby owns. It's just
like, I've got a lot of stuff to do. Like, I've got to eat these mashed potatoes, dude.
Can you guys help me move into my apartment in Maryland?
I've been trying to psych myself up.
I brought so many potatoes from Colorado. I'm just gonna miss the flavor of them.
There aren't potatoes in Maryland.
Tons of potatoes I have to transport across the country.
I didn't bring my cats. I didn't bring my bed or any of my record. I just brought 3 tons of potatoes.
Really, all you need.
Need them taters.
But yeah, I definitely have some more free time lately. Like I've been playing games with my brother. My brother's apparently. I forgot my brother is super into Fortnite, and I like brought it up. He was crashing with me for a few nights, and I was like, yeah, like, haha, I got into Fortnite, right? I play it mainly for YouTube, and he was like, no, I'll download Fortnite, let's play. So I played a bunch of Fortnite with my brother. So TLDR, I have free time again. Not a lot of it, but here and there, I got some.
Nice.
You've been known to have it from on occasion.
No, and I'll have good free time once I move out to Maryland too. My work days are like 7 to 3. It's like, oh, dude, what a dream! I'm used to like 6 to 5.
Wow, that's amazing. That's great.
Yeah, dude, I'm so stoked. Like,
Entire active. Fuck.
like insanely good, and they offer like 401k matching up to like a certain percentage. They offer
Oh,
dental
damn.
and vision. Yeah, no, like they're about to take care of your boy.
Yeah, so you
Oh,
got
wow.
like a job.
Yes, yes. No, it's cool. I'll get to, and it's not like base wage either. They're offering 16 an hour to start, and I'll be like supervising like lab processes and working like with a bunch of different department. A bunch. Usually these places are consistent of like upwards to maybe 7 departments. So I'll just get to work with all those different departments and play like quality control and stuff like that. It's stuff I've already done before.
Wow.
And yeah, no, like it's so funny because like I haven't had a job, like a real job in a while, but like yeah, the real jobs that I have, I get to work in a lab and wear like lab coats and stuff. It's so cool. Your boy is legit.
You're a scientist.
Dude, that's it feels that way. But yeah, I'm very excited for sure. And I'm grateful that there's even an opportunity like that out there for me because their lab specializes in what the previous lab I worked for specializes in, which is like cannabis extractions. And it's like, great, you guys found your boy. Why are we doing a second interview? Like, I'll take 15 an hour. Like, let's go. I told them that, and she was like, oh, that's great. We're gonna give you 16 though. It's like, what?
$1 extra.
So you're making pretty good money then.
Dude, well, especially because I'm gonna be trying to live in like a more frugal area, right? Like Fruitland.
Yeah, and cost of living here is already pretty good.
Yeah, dude,
This
your
area
boy
in
is gonna
Yeah.
Wawa on Babo like all the time.
Bro, I
No,
mean, yeah, like once you, because you know, if you are living where you just said you are, then we'll be like, 3 minutes from each other.
I'm looking,
so whenever you want to go
honestly,
to Wawa, just hit me up.
I'm honestly looking in that area, like where you go to SBU, don't you?
Just SU.
Oh, okay. Well, regardless, it's cheap as hell to live in that area.
Yeah, because a combination of student housing and please forgive the fact that you live near students' housing.
Yeah, and I'm looking for those apartments because I'm 26. I can put up with that crap.
Yeah.
Hell, one of my friends he goes to the college.
Yeah, well, a couple.
Yeah, doesn't Wu go there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I kind of know him, and Wu was like, "Yo, when you get out here, we gotta meet." And I was like, "All right, let's go."
Yeah, I don't know this person at all. But Michael
he's
also.
in the video games group. Yeah, dude, I can't wait. Like seriously, you guys, you three, Michael, Cameron, Jordan, and then if we can acquire bread, great. But also Holly and Davis, like that's on my chopping block of people I gotta see.
So excited about you moving out here.
Bro, I'm stoked. It's gonna be so cool. I'm so excited to meet Holly. I've been touching base with her every here and there, just kind of really like establishing a more thorough friendship. And it's like,
Yeah.
dude, Holly's so cool.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Facts.
So, I kind of pride myself on not being like the smartest person, but being able to like kind of talk about anything with anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, I was asking her what she was going to school for, and she was like, theater production, like set designer or something along those lines. I don't know shit about that, but it sounds like something you might need AutoCAD for. And I was like, are you taking an AutoCAD class? And she is. It was like, perfect. We can talk about that because I know stuff about that.
Yeah.
Well, she's majoring in theater production?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. It's
Right?
pretty
Isn't that
cool.
that's insanely cool. Let's LARP and we'll commission Holly to build us a set.
Yeah, why do D&D when we could just LARP instead?
Yeah, we're gonna go the next step.
I would, okay. You know, I recognize that each step makes me more of a stereotypical nerd, but I would absolutely love to do, like, I would love to LARP D&D. That would be fucking hilarious.
With the right group, absolutely.
Yeah, I
My
wouldn't want to
thing-
do it with anybody. I'd want to do it with you guys.
I want to do like the tiptoe backwards from that just a little bit. I want to go to a Ren fair. I've never been.
Dude,
So we actually
let's go
went
to-
to a Ren fair.
Yeah, I'd love to go again and for multiple days.
I would too. I would love to go when I'm not in a weird semi-relationship with somebody who's also there. That just makes it stressful to me.
No, it's gonna be bachelor hour, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the bachelor. If you're dating someone, you can't come.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Bread and Flair, you're out of here.
Well. Yeah, I don't want to speak
Okay,
their
actually,
business.
you
but-
know what though? That's you know what? You right. They could come. That makes you know what? You right. You right. Brett
Of course
explains.
I'm right. I'm right all the time.
You right. Yeah. No. You right.
I'm a fucking genius.
All right, Bread and Flair, you're back in.
Yeah, the rent. If we got like actual costumes that we made ahead of time and that were made specifically for breathability.
Yes.
cool.
Oh my god, that was another part of it. I felt so sick by the end of it. Partially, I
Yeah.
felt sick going in, but it didn't really improve by being in the heat in, you know, really heavy, like, I mean, it wasn't super heavy, but robes.
Yeah, like multiple layers.
Yeah, because
No.
I was dressed up as a cleric that wore a lot of clothes.
Oh no. See, I'm gonna like. I agree. I agree with the idea of like pre-planning breathable outfits, but like, I'm gonna go like. I want to be a like Peter Pan boy. I want to wear some tights. And then like something that's really like the tights are the bottom, right? You know, and then
Yeah,
something that just kind of covers my business.
Yeah, you don't
Mm.
want to just be showing off your nuts to the world
Walking around with a fucking
Raw
Ma-
dog.
with a semi
Yeah.
chub.
ladies. You like this fupa? But yeah, no, that would be great. I'm excited. Like I know I'm excited because every day, like I'm like, man, I'm like stressed out to bounce to Maryland, and then I like think about it, and I'm like, but there's so many cool things that are gonna happen out there.
Yeah. That'd be great.
It's gonna be
I know,
so
I'm
much
exhausted.
fun. I cannot wait to hang out with you in person again. Like the week when you came down here was so much fun.
Mm.
Now we're gonna do it all the time.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna get a job. I'm just gonna move there, acquire citizenship, and get unemployment until September. And we're gonna party it up.
Yeah, party.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm probably gonna make more money through the job I'm getting.
But hey, you
I
gotta
kinda miss
make-
working
You gotta
anyway.
work hard to party hard. That's
No, like it'll be good. Like the hours they're giving are manageable, and like I mean, I would rather 4 10s because I kind of like 3 days off compared to 2. But like I get off at like 3 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That there's so much time to do things.
so much room for activities.
Everything's still open.
Yeah, like it'll be nice.
Mm.
I'm excited, boys. It's gonna be great.
Fuck.
We're gonna go to Wawa and Rofo every day. No, actually, okay. I was kind of being facetious, but I do want to go, to Wawa, right? But I didn't get to go. What's that place called? Cookout? I didn't get to go there.
You didn't go to
Oh, but
Cookout?
you didn't get a. We didn't take you to cookout.
I guess
No,
it
that
makes
was
sense.
the-
We were hanging out in OC a lot.
Yeah.
Dude,
Like
yes.
we ordered food from that really delicious Mexican bar, and we
Yeah.
like went
Oh,
to
yeah.
Five Guys, and we went to Fager's.
Yeah. Thagers was fun.
That was sick. I miss Davis.
Yeah, Davis is a homie. He's going through some stuff right now, but he's a homie.
Oh no.
Yeah, you know. I'm hanging out
Is
with him tomorrow, though. In theory,
Oh,
if
okay,
he
good.
doesn't cancel on me, so that'll be fun.
Is it personal stuff related to something you told me recently?
Yes, I think.
RIP. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're gonna be there for him.
Oh yeah, we're getting trashed.
Oh
And that,
yeah.
that was always the
Dude,
plan. Is we were gonna get trashed and we're gonna watch a bunch of TV pilots together.
that dude, when my brother rolled through, it was him that it was like, what do we do to take your mind off of what's going on?
Yeah.
Fortnite, Tony Hawk, a Goofy movie, Naruto, like, well, anything goes. Like, just like stop being sad, please.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Thank you. Speaking of, what do we do? What the fuck? Where am I going? Like, I know
this part.
I know where to go. Assumedly, there's a ladder I need to grab to get up to that.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
But I don't know where it is. Or, like, there's, like, a dumpster I have to, like, drag over. I mean, it certainly doesn't help that I have all the prompts off.
Yeah.
Hello? Is there a waddle around here?
Jordan, just use the vacuum cleaner to like suck down like a carpet from up top. and climb down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just gotta whip the Poltergeist 3000 off my back.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it is gonna be so much fun hanging out with you, bro.
Yeah, I'm excited, guys. It's gonna be good. I still have a
What?
lot to figure out, and we're moving in like.
The ladder was right here.
Oh no!
Oh, I'm so embarrassed.
Good, we can cut that. No one will know.
Yeah, no one needs to know.
That is true. No one will know,
gonna be
except for the
edited.
people watching right now.
It's fine.
Uh-oh. Oh, this scene, yes. I was thinking I was in a different section than I was. I thought I was in the section where, like, Joel is wandering alone and has to fight a bloater in a hallway, or just, you know, not get killed by it. But that's in a school, I think. And I'm in a hotel right now, so.
Oh, there's a button prompt here.
Yeah. Quick time
Immersion.
events still pop up.
This was the scene that like made me realize this game's not fucking around.
Yeah, no, this is an important scene.
Because I never and for Underground Arcade I purely watched, and so like it was like watching a movie. In this scene, it was very just like, oh dang, like they got it right. Like,
Yeah.
No, yeah.
This is the first time Ellie's done that, or?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the first time Ellie killed.
Gotcha.
And
Well,
Joel's
a
like
person.
giving her guff, but it's like, dude, that guy was fucking your shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then, like, a couple scenes later, he like, then starts, like, you know, trusting her to, help, and, like, it's actually really cool, like, how, over time, she actually does start helping. However, I'm pretty sure that this is also part of the game where Ellie's a little bit more distant from you because of what just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Also, speaking of what just happened, did you guys see that visual glitch?
Yes.
She just sunk into the ground.
The glitch?
I mean,
Not.
maybe that's just part of her powers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Along with being immune, she also sinks into the ground.
She's Rogue from the X-Men. Is that Rogue's ability?
Yeah, man.
No,
I
it's like
I don't-
Star Glitter. What's her name?
Kitty something?
Yeah, it's like glitter. No, Rogue is the one who sucks like life force and like powers from people.
Yeah.
Who? Yeah, it's Kitty. Oh, what's her name? Whenever I think of it, I just feel like Anna Kendrick would play her well.
Yeah, no,
Anna Kendrick.
I think of that scene from the movie she was in. I can't think of this friggin' hero's name, but the Juggernaut was in this movie, and she like sucks him like halfway through the floor, and he's like stuck in the floor. It's like, what a cool ability. I'm a comic book guy. I know all the comic books.
So she has multiple aliases according to Wikipedia, which are
Alii.
Shadowcat Ariel, Bright Star-Lord, Kate Pride, and Red Queen.
Dang, I think the name she went by in the movie was Kitty Pryde.
Yeah.
I didn't know about. Wait, what was that second one? If you still have that pulled up.
Captain Kate Pride. Is that what I said?
It was like something Bright Star Lord.
Yeah, Star-Lord.
Yeah, I mean, Star-Lord is... What's it? She just took that name?
Yeah, from the Guardians.
Yeah.
I'm just you, but bright.
Also, Ellie is definitely being distant, throwing a bit of a fit. Understandably.
Joel, I want to go to the arcade.
Yeah.
The new Plants vs. Zombies game just came out.
All the other girls are going?
Come
I'm
on.
gonna be the only one!
My rules.
I'm immune, okay? I can do whatever I want.
Not even my real dad, Joel.
Yeah, you're not even my dad.
What on earth?
Joel just cries a little there. Well, not yet, right? That doesn't... Does he have that connect with Ellie yet?
No.
No.
I mean, I guess he's started to, but they're not really... He doesn't really... It's not like a dad-daughter relationship yet.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
I don't know. I also haven't played this game in like a year, and I'm playing it with absolutely no story right now, so... I could be incorrect. Wait, wasn't I already here? No, I wasn't. I'm gonna throw a brick at you, Ellie. I swear to God, I'll do it.
You're gonna what?
Oh my God, they actually let you. It just goes right through them, but... That's funny. I did not expect they would let me do that.
Nah, dude, they gave you the freedom.
Well, I mean, they don't let me shoot the partner characters.
Oh.
Ooh.
So we couldn't figure out how to make bullets not do damage?
Oh, here's actually. So I'm pretty sure here he gives her the gun and he's like you are, because he's like, stay here, and then he's like, she's like, no, I want to help, and he's like, you are gonna help, and gives her the gun.
Yeah,
Something
you're
like
gonna
that.
cover my 6.
Yeah. I'm going down there. I'm gonna need some backup. Cause I suck at combat. Have you seen me? Jordan's game overed like 5 times at least.
Nothing.
So this is what we're gonna do. Ellie, you're gonna take this gun. I am going to put on a blindfold. You will then navigate me to the other side.
I navigate me using echolocation of the bullets hitting the ground.
I will follow the sound of your shots. Don't worry, I'm half bat. Cam, have you ever heard of a game called Star Wars Republic Commando?
No.
It's
What?
like it came out on the Xbox, Xbox, just the original Xbox,
Mhm.
and probably some other things too. But I have it for the Xbox, and it's like this really engaging first-person shooter.
Oh.
Yeah, like, I mean, even if you're not like a Star Wars guy, because I'm not like Star Wars McGee over here, it's actually a pretty thrilling game.
No. No, I've never. I feel like I just need to go back and play like a bunch of old Star Wars games. I feel like they all of them were like surprisingly good.
Yeah,
Not
dude,
all
there are
of them.
some
A lot of them are
not all
though.
of them, but there are some gems. There are some gems.
Hmm.
I really want there to be a remastered KOTOR because I want to play that game. The story sounds like it's amazing from what I've heard. But I remember the one time I tried, I just couldn't get into it because of how dated it looked. And not even like... Because there's good dated and bad dated. Like, the NES and SNES, to me, are, like, good dated because, like... You know, like, the pixel 2D style is still, like... You know, I can still appreciate how that looks. But, like... Something about early 3D... just
Oh, what, you don't like choppy
really
big
off
polygons?
puts me nowadays unless it's like something that I grew up with, you know?
No, I feel it. I'm very forgiving towards that era just because, like, I was born in 95, so, like, a lot of my, like, first memories with games are, if it wasn't, like, on the Game Boy, right, it was, because that was Pokemon, it was Mario 64, Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, games in that vein. Donkey Kong, my favorite game of all fucking time.
Yeah.
And so I got really used to that, like, just goofy, like, very over, like, you can count the polygons on them,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think what kind of desensitized me to that overall was the original Super Smash Brothers, just because one of the fucking things you fight near the end, like the group of whatever on Battlefield, is they're like polygon fighters. And so you could just tell, like, that they over at HAL, they were like, well, we have these models, turned them purple and, like, made them fight.
Yeah.
And
They
so,
like the wireframe models.
yeah, that's where the wireframe models got their inspiration from.
Gotcha.
Like, that's why they kind of, continued doing that in Melee. And so in the very first game, they were polygon fighters. And so, yeah, I don't know. I'm just very forgiving towards that. Like, I just recently watched a video on how to, I forget using what engine, but how to replicate, like, PlayStation 1 and Nintendo 64 graphics, like that kind of, like, charm and look and feel. Obviously, a little bit more smoothed out because we have a lot more power nowadays, but it was just very fascinating. I think that I like that style personally. I can understand, though, why it's specifically coder for sure. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, not all games look good from back then, I can admit, right? I just have
and
I have the
also,
nostalgia blinders.
as someone who grew up with, like, games didn't look fantastic, but the oldest console that I experienced as a kid was, well, really the only one, was the GameCube, which had already made leaps and bounds in having, like, better looking models, even if they weren't great.
Oh, absolutely, man. I remember getting the GameCube and being blown away at how crisp Mario Kart Double Dash looked.
Yeah. And, like, nowadays you can look at the GameCube and be like, oh, wow, this is outdated, and, like, like, modern consoles look better, and, like, yeah, of course. One thing for me that really bothers me about GameCube that I never noticed is how dark it is. It's not a very bright console in opposition to what you'd think, given, like, Wind Waker and Mario Sunshine being such bright and cheerful games. Like, the amount of brightness that the console outputs isn't very much.
No, I like
If
that
you
kind of.
understand what I mean.
No, I get exactly what you're saying. That's actually why I like having the Elgato because when I play GameCube, I'll adjust the brightness through the Elgato settings, which makes it look really like clean.
Yeah, it's not super noticeable until you like directly compare like different versions of games, like and obviously they made other improvements that helps, but like the difference between Wind Waker on GameCube and Wind Waker on like Wii U is so extreme, so extreme.
No, and for
but
me
granted,
now
they
too,
also added like bloom and whatnot.
I know it looks so clean. I love it. For me now too, though, I wear Gunner Gamers, like not all the time, but like pretty often, and those kind of like make games. It definitely helps on the eyes, but it does make games sometimes look a little dim.
I can see why it would.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But I like it. They're nice because God, I got sensitive eyes. I got sensitive everything.
Sensitive penis.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
I mean, I sort of already knew that, but
don't let I can't wear shorts, man. I'm like, oh, I wear skinny jeans because I like the way they look. No, it's because if a breeze gets through, bad things happen.
yeah, I don't want to tell you what happened the last time a light breeze went by my junk.
You guys were like, hey, let's go swim in the ocean. I was like, I have to maintain the highest level of composure.
Yeah. You would not believe how difficult swimming has been for me growing up. Oh, God.
No, this is why I'm happy I'm an innie. I don't have to deal with that. Pop it out. People know.
When it's ready to go, I'm just like, you like blow on your thumb, right? Like a cartoon character.
Pops out.
Yep.
Dude, fuck off.
I'm cool with like low poly games. I play a lot of RuneScape, so.
Yeah, RuneScape is another game that's hard for me to get into for that exact reason.
Yeah.
You know, even when I was a kid, like I couldn't do RuneScape either for that reason. I was like, because I had friends who were like, "Oh, this game and it's online and we can play it together," and like that was like mind blowing, you know. And I did not have a good computer, like home computer, growing up for the longest time. And so like I tried to play it, and when I first got to the website, I was like, "Oh man, our computer just kind of sucks. Like that's lame."
Yeah.
And then like the next day, I met up with my friend at school, and I was like, "Hey, you know, I made an account, but the game kind of looks, you know, like I don't think our computer at home's good enough for it." And he's like, "No, that's the way it looks.
That's the game.
That's welcome to RuneScape."
Yeah.
No.
I think we're a lot more willing to forgive games that maybe don't have the best graphics that we, you know, have played for a long time, and like, especially like if we played them as kids. Because like there's a bunch of games that I love that look like dog shit. So it is a bit hypocritical of me to not get into games because of how they look, but you know, I think everybody is like that to a certain extent.
Yeah, I think some people are a little too hard on video games. I think like nowadays, like in this current generation at least, there's so much emphasis on like, oh, it looks so realistic. This new Call of Duty game looks insanely realistic. And it's like, I don't give a piss. I don't give a shit how realistic it looks or anything like that. Personally, I care about how the game plays. And like,
yeah.
if it feels like the last entry in your game, but it just looks better, then like I'm not really having a lot of fun with that. I think a good example, not Call of Duty, just because they have two development teams that they're constantly shifting back and forth with. So like the game's kind of always getting new life breathed into it.
Bro.
But brothed.
Yeah.
Bro.
But look at like fucking Madden. We don't need yearly football games. Like
no, I'd really prefer if we didn't have them.
Every few years, right? With like, give us like roster updates and stuff yearly. That'd be fine. Like the games don't need to we don't need a new FIFA every year. Like think about what the most boring part of every gaming conference is. Think about how hard everyone rolls their eyes when they bring out the new FIFA.
all they have to do is just say, "Hey, we're making a new one."
Yeah, and people would be happy about that.
Because,
They'd be like,
how many changes are you actually making? Sure, you may be making subtle changes, but, like, is it like, ridiculous enough changes that you need to have, like, a whole thing about it? Like, there's a fucking reason, it's such a meme, but there's a reason that Peggle 2 was announced the way it was.
how was Peggle 2 announced?
Oh, you don't know?
No.
So after a bunch of different, like, Plants vs. Zombies or whatever stuff, the guy comes out to stage, and he's like, "But one more thing," or something like that. And then he's just like, "Peggle 2!" And then he, like, jumps up, like, slams his hand down as he's jumping, and the stage clear music from Peggle starts playing, like the
Yeah.
It's the most hilarious game announcement I've ever fucking seen. Look up Peggle 2 announcement later.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. That sounds glorious.
It's so good.
I kind of understand why they make more FIFA games. Like, I'm not saying it's good, but purely because they make like $300 off a single game sold, because you need to re-get all your microtransactions and like Ultimate Team. You know,
Oh,
like-
I get why they do it. I just think that they shouldn't.
yes, I agree.
Well, and that's like a whole other beast too. Like the conversation around the starting price, because that's what it is nowadays. Is the starting price
Yeah.
of video games is going to increase $10 because the industry mandates it. Even though last year the industry, even though it was the situation we were in, gaming industry saw 20% more revenue than they did the previous year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gaming is obviously not hurting, right? What's hurting gaming is their ambitions to spend multi-million dollars on like marketing and games that don't need the money pumped into them.
What? Are you saying the new Call of Duty doesn't need $5 million put in marketing because it's fucking Call of Duty?
I'm not gonna play Call of Duty unless I can get my like Tostino's pizzas with my Call of Duty XP bundles.
Yeah,
all right, I need that.
Are you saying that we don't need millions of dollars spent advertising the new Madden game when the only thing that's different is what characters are in it?
Yeah, are like, oh look, we added more sweat. You can see how sweaty the players are, even though the game is from a distance that you can't even see the sweat on the players.
Yeah, but if we zoom in real close like we do for only trailers, oh boy!
Ooh-wee, you got
Does it
some
look
gas
good?
right there.
Yeah.
No, it's a huge problem I have because games, like, don't get me wrong, I like Fortnite, I like Call of Duty, I like Halo. Well, Halo doesn't have microtransactions, thank fucking God.
Well, the ones we play. Halo 5 does.
Yeah, well, thank God the one we play doesn't have it yet. I hope they never move to that model.
Well,
and
give it a year.
It's because it's just such a huge disappointment now that video games, it's not just an asking price, it's a starting price.
Yeah.
To it's an entry fee. Think about what was it? No Man's Sky had like the most goddamn convoluted fucking launch release, or maybe it was maybe it was Evolve or something. There was a game where it was like dependent on which version of it you had certain nooks and crannies and access to the game at certain times and a 10-hour. It's fucking confusing.
Oh,
and the people
do you remember that game that had like 20 different pre-order bonuses?
It had like a chart to like break it all down. Yeah, that I can't remember what game it is, but like that is such a clear example of how gaming is now set its bar at an entry fee. You can play the game, sure, for $60, but if you want to play the game with everybody else like a true fan, you should probably spend $20 more and get the premium edition. Oh, but the premium edition doesn't come with the season pass and the DLC. If you want to be if you really, really want to be game and buy DLC that hasn't even been made yet, you probably spend about $120 on the game. It's like, oh wow. So and then count the inclusion of microtransactions on top of that. It's something I'm very passionate about because I know I'm not alone, but like it's just kind of disgusting. Like I said, I play Fortnite, but their shop is disgusting. My prime example, one in my family, my niece, she, bless her soul, she's only 17, so she has expendable money, but she got paid and spent so much of her paycheck on V-Bucks that she only has like $75 left. Because she's still young. They were able to suck her into the trap.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's such a problem. That means, and think about how many people are giving that kind of money away to a game. And yes, Fortnite is free to play. I give them that for sure. I enjoy the accessibility of free to play games. But man, the market is legit. It feels disgusting. Like it's so very. It feels like you're walking into a casino, but you're not gambling, right? They figured that part out too. You know, you're not buying loot boxes. You know what cosmetics you're getting. But I don't know. I don't know. It's just a very frustrating thing because Fortnite, I think, is yes, their model needs to not be as disgusting. The model makes sense for a free-to-play game. It's really gross when you start seeing $60 AAA titles taking over that fucking helm and being like, oh yeah, look at fucking Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Yeah, although I will say, from what I've heard, I don't play it, but from what I've heard, that game has come a long way in actually it's like sort of redeeming itself for how it started.
Yeah, Motor Drive is trying to get me to play. He's one of the people who's like, it's totally redeemed itself.
Mm-hmm.
But like at first, dude, its model was very gross.
Yeah.
And even like, look, Overwatch. I paid $60. Why are loot boxes even a thing? Why is it an option for me to give you more of my money? Blizzard, one of the highest grossing dev studios of all time. You know, I get it. Cosmetics are cool and stuff, but I come from an era of video games, and a lot of people come from an era of video games where those things just kind of came with the game.
Yeah.
Like, I was just playing Tony Hawk's Underground, maybe for a video, and yeah, it's gonna be something a little different. I hope it works out. I haven't edited it yet, but I literally played and beat the whole game.
Yeah.
But something I noticed is, so after you beat the game, you get access to a Kiss concert, which has its own slew of collectibles and things to do. You get access to Gene Simmons as a skater. You get access to Iron Man as a skater. And the game also comes with a free playable demo of another game that Neversoft or one of their like subsidiaries were working on at the time. All in one game. You know, at the starting $60 price. The asking price, because that's what it was back in the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, we keep talking about things that I think very deeply about. And that's one of them, because like I do like playing, you know, Fortnite and stuff, and like I have cosmetics in it, but like I haven't spent a cent on the game, and I'm grateful for the people who have gifted me things, but it doesn't change that like one skin in the game is $20. Give or take, like for the most part, you spend $20, and $20 at the age of 8, $20 at the age of 28, $20 at the age of 38 is an amount of money that you're gonna notice is missing unless you're like better off, right?
Yeah.
$20 for a skin?
Yeah, dude, it's insanity, and that's a market pointed at children. You know, like it's very specifically pointed at children. I have like the mental prowess to, you know, distinguish that it's fucking technically quote unquote gambling. It feels like it, at least. It's like this lottery-esque feeling. You know, and I'm able to like fight off that, especially because like, you know, I already have my own addictions like cigarettes. I don't need to be addicted to gambling and spending money on V-Bucks. And whereas a kid doesn't have that kind of mental prowess, you know, they're still fucking they're still learning. They don't know shit. And that's why the market looks the way that it does.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. It's gross. I understand devs need to make more money. I think we drew the line pretty well at DLC. I'll give you more money if you give me very well, thoroughly fleshed out content.
Yeah.
You give me horse armor, gladly pay you.
Yeah. You give me more multiplayer maps in my favorite Halo game.
Yeah.
Give me a blowy and damn right I'll pay you.
Right? Yeah, dude. It's like, make it worth my motherfucking time.
I feel like sometimes loot boxes are just added for content. Like, the game shouldn't be out yet. Like, there's not enough stuff to do in the game, but they add loot boxes to, like, here is some sort of progression you can feel because the game has nothing else to it.
Yes. No, there was a game, I forget what it was. It's one of those live service games. Maybe it was Anthem. I forget, but they had made a statement of like, oh, players are gaining experience too quickly, and players are grinding through the game too quickly. And so, do you know what game I'm talking about, Cam?
Yeah, that's Marvel's Avengers.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah.
The game that already sucked ass.
Yeah, and so they were like to the devoted players who are still playing, they were like, guess what? We're gonna make it worse because it's going to be a better experience for new players. What do you mean better experience? What do you mean new players?
Yeah, I remember hearing like, yeah, the best part of the game is fully maxing out a character and actually like playing with like their maxed out like kid. And they're like, what if we just make that an extra, like, I don't know, like 8 hours to get to?
Well,
yeah,
it's because of this idea that both a lot of consumers, especially younger ones, and game developers have, maybe not even necessarily developers, but like the companies, that what makes a game good is how long you play it for. But for me personally, that couldn't be further from the truth. I enjoy this game because it's like 15 hours, exponentially more than I like what is basically the same game, The Last of Us 2, which is like over double that. And yeah, partially that has to do with the story, but like a game's length isn't what makes it good. There is such a thing as too much of a good thing, and that includes video games.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. It's so funny you're making that point because right now, like it literally exact moment, I was like, do I fold laundry or do I play Skate 3? And guess what I'm doing? I am playing Skate 3. You know, and this is one of my favorite games of all time. I don't even know how many hours I've logged in this one game alone. And it's not because they keep pumping new content out to me. This game is long gone from fucking receiving any new content. It's because the mechanics of the game are tight. It's open and there's a lot of fun things to do. Like the mechanics grasp me. It's something that I can just always come back to. And yeah, the problem that the development teams have is they're not getting more money off of me playing Skate 3 right now. They got my $60 for this one-time entry fee, and now they can't suckle more money out of me enjoying this game the way that it's created. And so they can't create games with this kind of longevity in their minds at least, right? They can't create games with this kind of longevity because, oh no, the consumer we can't have more of the consumer's money. Even though when this game was at its popularity, it had several DLC packs that I have bought, by the way. You know, as a consumer who likes this game so much, I have actually given EA some of my money because the DLC is available on the Xbox One, and I had money to buy it, so I bought it. You know, that's how much I like this game. You know, they just get stuck in the idea of, look at like any live service game like Anthem or Avengers or Battleborn, I think it was called, or anything else that promises to roll out content, you know, multi-yearly upon being released. Those games are doomed to fail right away, and it's partially because, or not even partially, it's 100% because of the greed of the developers. Some games have managed to make this, but the game I was about to reference is a motherfucking free-to-play game anyway. I was gonna say Killer Instinct. They made the season pass, thing work on a fighting game, but it was a free-to-play fighting game.
You know what I think was really cool, and I would love to see more of in the, like, sorry, I walked into a bomb, so I got.
No, you're good.
I would love to see more of what Shovel Knight did. That game, if you bought the original Shovel Knight, you got for free at no additional price the other campaigns that they released. They released 3 other campaigns, and they raised the price of buying the whole collection since they released those. But anybody who bought at the original price didn't have to pay any extra.
No, I like that kind of model for sure. I mean, Grand Theft Auto 5 has its problems too, but I think Grand Theft Auto 5 does an insanely great job of at least rolling out new content fucking insanely consistently and never asking a fucking dollar from the consumer because they have their own, way to suckle money out of the consumer anyway.
Yeah.
So they like kind of reached this understanding of like, well, if we're gonna have this kind of scummy, microtransaction based store where you can essentially buy more GTA money with your real life money, we'll meet you halfway and give you everything new. And it's been this way since the game came out for free. So any new cars, any new updates, any new heists, any new locations on the map, all you have to do is play the game. Sometimes the game wants you to buy things in order to progress, which leans on the level of Rockstar's kind of scumminess. But I do at least applaud them for not being like, GTA 5 is going to be a live service game. They just rolled it out, saw how popular it was, and were like, hey, we'll give you guys new shit for free. Just keep giving us your money. That's what makes this possible.
Yeah.
So it's not like the system is incredibly all the time 100% bad, but it's just like the exceptions are so few and far between. And the games that do it right, like the games like do it right as in like good games, for me lately at least, are old games. Like I brought up that Republic Commando game that came out in 2005. I like Donkey Kong 64 that came out in like 2000. Like these games just have longevity because they were created with the idea of how do we keep consumers playing this till our next big release.
Also, Shrug, thank you for calling me a cutie. You as well.
Oh my gosh, Shrug is here. What up, Shrug?
Yeah. Since last I streamed, there's been an update in which Shrug and I are not gonna be in an SMP together as we had previously thought we were, but we're still gonna do some stuff together at some point.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, but these things.
I mean, I do want to start my own server one day, but right now money's tight. But when that day comes, I'll make sure.
I mean, honestly, Shrug, that SMP fell through, but I own an SMP. I can just get you in on ours if you want.
I haven't been on the SMP in a while. I need to. I've just been busy playing other games.
I haven't in a couple days. Whoop. Almost ran into that again. That would have been bad.
It's been a little since I've been on the SMP.
Yeah, well, I mean, you did get on the one day with us, so it hasn't been since the first week anymore.
That's true.
Where am I going?
No, I was playing a bunch, and then some other games kind of started to tickle my fancy, and I won't lie, I really have been playing, like, I've been playing Fortnite and shooters. Like, I kind of forgot, like, how much I enjoy shooters. Like, I would always be like, I like shooters, I play Halo, but, like, and, like, that's not necessarily incorrect, but, like, I do thoroughly enjoy a good, well-put-together first-person shooter. Or third-person, Gears of War is a good, option as well. But, like, that's why I like this Republic Commando game, man. The mechanics are thoroughly fleshed out. There's a lot to do. It's kind of linear, but it's still fun.
Dude, Bobby, do you want to play Gears of War?
Bro, I would play the hell out of Gears of War. I haven't played it in a long time.
Gears of War is such a fun game.
1 and 2 are so good, and then I think I played 3's story, but I never got into the online. I got into freaking Gears of War 2's like online scene. It was so much fun.
I only got into Gears 3 online scene because I don't. Bobby, do you remember Bulletstorm?
What is Bulletstorm? I don't think so.
It's the game Epic made before Gears 3. It's like it's
Oh,
like
I've heard
Yeah.
about it.
yeah, I got Bulletstorm and it's like, hey, here's a free like beta code for Gears 3 multiplayer, and I played that for like the entire like 2 weeks. It was so good.
Oh, dude, yes.
I'm like, oh dude, multiplayer in Gears is just like if when you use the Gnasher or the sawed off in Gears 3 and get like you give somebody without aiming in. It just feels
Mhm.
so nice.
No, it's the same way in Gears 2, man. Like, because the Gnasher's mechanics weren't really as tight in the first game. They really like clutched it up in the second one.
Mhm.
And fuck, dude, yeah, like coming out of cover, not even aiming, just blowing somebody to bits, and you know the Gnasher's gonna do it for you. Oh,
Yeah.
it's so
It's-
satisfying.
It's the best feeling, God.
Or like running behind somebody with a frag and putting it on them and then running away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I would totally play Gears. I've been trying to think of more like, because I want to play more games in general with everybody. We'll have more options once I get my PC here soon, but like, you know, I like my Xbox. I still gotta use it. I wish we could do the campaigns in Halo, damn it.
Yeah, I really wish so too,
Yeah.
especially since like I've never done them. So
And it's fun with 4 people. Like it's so much fun with 4 people.
yeah.
Dude, wait, if we're all using the PC, we can do 4-player.
Yeah, so actually something that my friend Alex was telling me is that Game Pass, some of the games are like PC playable as well or something along those lines.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily know how that works, and I can't look into it on my Mac operating system because you know there's some confliction there.
Mhm.
But once I get a Windows operating system, it's fucking fair game, baby. I've tried to do parallels. This computer's not powerful enough to do parallel. I've tried. There are things that I wanted when I first got into this computer that I found out were just impossible. Yeah, because I worked with somebody, like my old HR director. His name was Joe. He's literally like one of the coolest HR guys I've ever met in my whole life. And he had a Mac, but he was operating it in Windows. Telling him like, "Oh man, I don't have for that. I just started this job." And he was like, "Dude, I'll show you how to do it for free." I was like, "What?" It was very cool. But yeah, this computer can't handle that, sadly.
That's a shame.
It is a shame because I would love to. There's so many games I've missed out on just because I'm not operating in a window fucking operating system, and it's poopy. I wanted to play Fall Guys, not so much anymore, but like when it was first out, it looked, everyone was into it, and I was like, yo, I want to play this. And like now Valheim, I'm gonna probably miss the boat on that, or Valheim or whatever. Like, you know, by the time I actually have the chance to get into it, everyone's gonna have moved on to like Butts and Stuff 95.
Well, that sounds like a great game. So
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of Valheim. I don't know.
I mean, Butts and Stuff 1 through 94 were fine, but Butts and Stuff 95 is gonna be so
95.
good.
That's when they really hit their prime.
Yeah.
No, Andy from Underground Arcade was telling me that he thinks like I would really like it, and he's playing it right now, and it's like, that's cool. Are you gonna still be playing it in like a month? Well, okay, are you still gonna be playing it in like 3 weeks? Because Andy moves on from games quick. He knows what he likes. He likes League of Legends and Sea of Thieves and Halo. But I can't get him to play with me. Now that I'm moving though, like I finally like broke the news to the rest of my friends, like not just my online friends, like, hey, guess what? Fuckers, your time with me is limited, so you wanna hang out?
So are you
So
hanging out a little bit more with the Underground Arcade boys?
Not yet. I literally just told them yesterday because they were all being like, "Hey, happy birthday!" and "Where have you been?" Because I finally got a phone back, so I can message them back.
Mhm.
And so I was like, "Well, also, guess what? You guys don't know." The only person who I think knew was Willow, just because Willow knew from us living together.
Yeah.
But he didn't know it was happening so soon. Like he texted me and was like, "Dude, you're leaving in like 2 weeks? What?" He feels bad too. He's like, "I'm sorry, I've been ghosting everybody," but he's like, he's working a new job where he works overnights and he's never worked overnight stuff, so he's just not used to it yet.
Yeah. I'd imagine that would be hard to get used to.
Yeah, and it's at Coors. He works for Coors now.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, so they're gonna take very good care of my baby boy.
Yeah. Does he go to the field every day? Because it's also the manufacturing plant.
Yeah, no, I believe that's exactly where he works.
Oh, nice.
I'll have to touch base with him and double check, but I believe so because I was telling him about how one of my exes, her mom used to work for them as well, at that exact same place as well, and he was referencing like, "Oh yeah, I got to do this over there," and initiation, I almost said inauguration or whatever, but his initiation was like in that area as well. Maybe that's where they initiate all new employees. I have no fucking idea. I don't know. I've never worked for Coors.
Inauguration.
Yeah,
So he's the
Getting
president of
inaugurated
Coors.
into
Yep.
Coors.
Willow,
Guys, I got
really.
my new job at Coors. I'm the president.
Oh my god, could you imagine? Then you could call yourself the president of beer.
Yeah, right. Of Colorado beer.
Yeah.
That's like what we have here.
Yeah.
Well, we have plenty of other good beer, but like locals love it. They're like, "Oh man, Coors, right?" And it's like, man, for cheap beer, there's other cheap beers, like better cheap beers, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
I think Coors is... I could be just speaking out of my ass, but I'm pretty sure that Coors is one of my mom's favorites. Obviously, my entire family's favorite is a Ying.
That's right. The best.
Dude, I cannot wait. You come out here. We'll just be drinking Yings all the time.
No, like, so I was telling, because I should be out there the like first week of April, I'm thinking, if me and Michael have everything like planned correctly. I have to touch base with him again, and I still need to find an apartment anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like been the big player here. He's like even offering to loan me money.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like he's really pushing to get me out there.
Look, Cam, it's your characters.
Oh, is that them?
Yeah, it's time.
Oh my goodness.
Oh. Oh shit. No, I was too busy looking at my characters. I wasn't paying attention to Genshin. I just died.
Oh no, I'm
No.
sorry.
Jordan, you did this. You did
It's
no.
my fault.
Oh.
We become enemies. All because of the the brother incident.
Yeah. So Bobby, it's the first week of April.
It should be. And so I was telling the job that sorry, something happened. I got hit by a car so hard my position reset.
Gotcha.
But no, so I should be out there the first week of April, and things are obviously subject to change. Like Cresco is who is potentially going to be my employer, and they seem very flexible too, because they're like, it's so funny. The woman who I interviewed today she's such a sweet pea, and she's like, "So we have a badging process out here. You're gonna have to like get fingerprinted, and obviously you'll have to be out here for that. So, you know, like we can try to make things work, and we'll be as flexible." And like she's kind of explaining that like badging process to me. Like I don't have a badge out here just because Colorado has been legal for a lot longer, but like we kind of follow the same rules as everybody else for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
And so I told her, I was like, "Yeah, no, don't worry, I'm badged. I got badged in 2017 and I've renewed twice." And she's like, "Oh, then shit, you already know exactly." Oh, she didn't say shit, but she was like, "You know exactly what you're doing."
Oh fuck then. All right, I guess we're good.
Yeah, we're like, "Fuck, dog, we're square. You want this job?" No, they're just rolling me through the formalities. I just kind of forgot that lab work is lab work, and so they want to be thorough with their fucking interview process. But it's gonna be cool. She was like, stoked about my knowledge and blah blah blah. But I told them I'll be out there like the second week. So like what I'm getting at, like the reason why I brought it up is I'm trying to give myself a little bit of room from me getting out there and me having to start my job, so we can at least like, you know, party it up once without being like, oh man, Babo's got to go to the next day. So, you know, like I want to have that before then I have to go into serious, like, you know, adult mode and start focusing on my budget and making money and making ends meet and buying cat litter and blah, 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 blah. Because that's going to be my reality here soon enough. I'm excited though. And also I need to use that time that I have before I start the job out there to find a car and purchase said car. I think that was a plan me and Michael landed on. He was like, listen, there's a bunch of options here, but like, what if I just came and got you from Maryland and we like figured out a U-Haul or something like that? And I still don't know what the situation's like. I have to talk to him.
Yeah.
But he was like, and then we'll find you a car here in Maryland. I was like, okay, like whatever works. Like if I'm not too hesitant about anything that's going on, just because like I have you guys out there as support, so like I won't be out there like Baby Bird doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. I'll be able to like, for all I know, freaking Michael's grandparents are like, oh yeah, we know somebody who's trying to sell a car, and like old people always sell cars for pretty cheap, so like here's a cheap car for your new friend, right? Like you never know what's out there, so like I'm not really too worried. What I'm worried about is just getting there.
Yeah, that's just a little far away.
Yeah, just a bit. Well, and if we do end up road tripping it or whatever, like however it ends up working out, like it's still gonna be a drive from Arkansas to Maryland through states that don't necessarily like people of my kind.
People of your kind,
they're gonna smell the weed on me from a mile away.
No.
They're gonna be like, he's a dirty pot smoker. Probably not.
Possibility. I mean, it could. You know what they say? People in Kentucky have bloodhound-like noses.
Bro, I'm nervous. I didn't know that was a saying. Is that real? Stop.
People in Kentucky are bloodhounds.
The Kentucky bloodhound. Yeah.
Henry, can you help? Sorry, I'm getting really pissed off.
No, you're good. You're on the opposite side of the spectrum where like, you know, you need footage too. Like that's part of this.
Yeah. Oh. I can reduce weapon sway. Fantastic.
Ow. Dude, this purple car has just been sitting here. Like, drive. What is wrong with your AI? There you go. Get on out of here, you freaking scallywag.
The ones who just sketch, Bobby.
I know, right? He's trying to take me places, bro. Yeah, no, this is straight up one of my favorite games, like, of all time. It's just so good.
Skate 3 is pretty great.
I found a copy of Skate 2, and I was freaking excited to play it. Because I have an Xbox 360 as well. And then it was like a 1-2 punch. Because I got the Xbox 360 as a hand-me-down. I did not have an Xbox 360 previously. And I asked my mom, I was like, do you know anything about this? And she's like, no, ask your brother. I was like, hey, do you know anything about this Xbox 360 Elite? And he's like, yeah, the Laserdisc doesn't work. I was like, no, the driver to read Laserdisc doesn't work. That sucks dick. And he's like, why? And I was like, well, I found your old copy of Skate 2. And he's like, oh, well, that won't play anyway. It has chips, like, in the center. And then, sure be shit, I looked in the center, and it is chipped. Like, I don't know how. I guess the glee of finding Skate 2 just made me overlook that.
I mean, it is Skate 2.
Skate 2, like, okay. Skate 2 is really, really cool because it just has, like, some of the best places to skate in the Skate series.
Yeah.
Like, Skate 3 is really cool, don't get me wrong. And Skate 2 is so good, though, that they took part of Skate 2 and made it a downloadable map in Skate 3. That's how much people liked Skate 2. And I'm one of those people. I think it's a good game.
Skate 2 was the first skate game I played, which isn't saying much considering there's only 3. The odds are pretty high I played Skate 2, but great game.
Are they just never gonna make a 4th?
No, they closed Studio Black Box, but then reopened Studio Black Box, and now we don't know.
I feel like I heard there were talks of it, but I don't know how long ago that was.
I don't know, because I feel like Michael was talking about how there were talks of making another Skate game when we were doing Spider-Man 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
That sounds like about the same time frame that they reopened the game studio that made the first 3, which is Studio. I think they're called Studio Black Box.
Mm-hmm.
And but who knows what the hell EA has them working.
Yeah.
Like, assuming that the development studio didn't get shut down because obviously they didn't have a new skate game for them to work on. And that's like all they did. But like, this would be the best time, I think, to get another skateboarding video game out there in the world. Having Vicarious Visions prove their fucking worth and remastering an insanely awesome game that we hadn't had a good Tony Hawk game in years. And Vicarious Visions just did an insane job. But Vicarious Visions got bought by fucking Blizzard Activision, and now they're working on like Diablo 3 or something.
Yeah.
So there's kind of like a missing hole in the skateboarding space.
Or like a re-release of Diablo 3.
Are they remaking Diablo 2 or is it 3 or?
I have no idea. I think it's what I've read was Diablo 3, but I don't necessarily keep up too much with I'm not keeping up with Blizzard or Diablo or anything like that. Their only franchise I'm really into is Overwatch, which that's part of Vicarious Vision's duties is they're working on Overwatch 2 assets and stuff as well. And it's like, man, that sucks. You guys took like an awesome studio that was really starting to shine and bought them and took them to do grub work.
Yeah.
But then, so what I was getting at though is that there's kind of like this hole right now, in my opinion, in the gaming space because the dev team who provided a really thorough Tony Hawk's experience is gone now. And now obviously Skate's not Tony Hawk, but they're both very compelling skateboarding games. So I would love a new fucking compelling skateboarding game. At first I had my fingers crossed on like, I would have paid $30 for DLC if they made Tony Hawk's like 3 and 4, like a downloadable content thing. And you could then play Tony Hawk's 3 and 4 on the Tony Hawk's 1 and 2 remaster. Like that would be pretty sick. But now that's probably not going to happen, right? Just because we don't have Vicarious Visions working on it. So the next step, in my opinion, then, is to get a new skate game because Tony Hawk right now is off the fucking table. I like skateboarding, guys. I want to buy one. I kind of miss it.
Never learned how to skateboard.
I learned, and then after learning, broke my arm, and then never skateboarded again.
I skateboarded a lot growing up. Like my brother got into it, and him and I are like a year and a half from each other, so we just ended up doing a lot of similar things growing up. And so I got into it, and was discouraged for a while because he was. Like, my brother's actually not too bad at it. He's a pretty decent skateboarder. And so I didn't get back into it until I was, like, 16, because the girl I was dating at the time thought skateboarders were cute. And I was like, hey, I kind of know how to skateboard. But then it kind of, like, relit that fire of, like, oh, shit, I actually do like this. And so I got back into it and got okay at it. I can get the board off the ground and do a few tricks.
Yeah.
Do an ollie?
Yeah, dude. I can kickflip.
Ooh.
Yeah, I want to get back into it, honestly, because like I low-key do like sports games. Like I look at skateboarding as a sport. Or an extreme sport, or whatever you want to call it. But it's just I look at it that way, and it does, like, playing these games does kind of light a fire under my butt to kind of go back out there and hop on a board and break a leg, maybe hopefully not for reals.
Be great.
Yeah, but I mean, whatever happens, right?
Yeah, right. No, I mean, I'm down as long as my arms are good, right? Like, I could learn how to drum with 1 foot. I could make that kind of magic happen. But like drumming, and yeah, I know Def Leppard has a one-armed drummer. I don't give a shit. I want both of my arms.
Yeah, how else are you gonna... If you don't have use of both your arms, how are you gonna jack off?
Exactly. My penis is so massive.
Yeah, you need to use 2 hands.
So
I'm just kidding.
large.
It's so tiny. The first hand is actually holding a magnifying glass. Second hand is holding a pair of tweezers.
Tweezers.
And I'm just letting it rip. I'm like, ooh!
See what I have to do? Because I'm an innie? I just have to continually suck in my gut and then release.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's the most inconspicuous thing. People are like, he's convulsing. And you're like, yeah, I guess you're not wrong.
Yeah.
I skate this spot all the time. I should skate some more. I've also been skating for 45 minutes. I have things I should probably do today.
Yeah, but like, we're skating, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, keep that in mind.
I've played this game so much that I've hit almost every spot. Well, that's not true. The other day I was just roaming around and I found something that I had never skated before, so I skated the fuck out of it. But now it's like, now I'm trying to be creative. Like I've learned a few glitches and stuff, so like I can launch my character into places where he probably shouldn't be.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm skating those things. Great. You can like shoot yourself on top of some of the buildings. And this game's mechanics are okay. It's like quote unquote like a realistic skateboarding sim, and for the most part, it really is like the way you like do tricks and the way the game's gravity and everything is very compelling. Feels, you know, like it's more immersive, I suppose. I kind of hate using that word, but it does feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
And but the game is fairly forgiving in some aspects, right? It's a video game, and when you start to play a game for a while, you really start to like learn it, right? Like how speedrunners are great at the games they play, obviously, because they just dump hundreds of hours into the game.
Sure.
And in this game, well, I mean, theoretically, right? But in this game, anyway, something I've learned is that the game is really forgiving about landing on like wedges and like angled slopes and stuff. So you could be coming in like a fucking bat out of hell, you know, dropping like hundreds of feet. And if you just have like the right thing to catch you underneath it, the game, not all the time, less time than yes, more no than yes, but you can make some really fucking cool like lines, like that's what they're called, like when you like, you know, skate something in a line. And so you can just make some really cool fucking lines. It's really cool. And yeah, I just like that forgivingness. I tried to like capture some stuff to attempt to like do a Skate 3 like short, I guess, even though like I don't know, shorts are kind of losing juice and whatever. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day though, I did have an idea for a Skate 3 short, and it's just like me pulling off absolutely fucking insane like drops and basically just abusing that mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty cool. Like there's a movie theater in the game that I was able to get on top of. I dropped into a half pipe from the like roof of it. Like the game is very forgiving. And I love it. So I could talk about this game forever. I'm like turning into Kyle where I'm like, Pokemon, right?
Just like his Pokemon.
He really does. I don't fault him either. I was really into Pokemon at that age too. I'm just like overexposed now to the point where I'm like, I need such a long break from Pokemon. I need Pokemon. I haven't heard that name in years. But we will get back to the MMO. We're gonna get back to that.
Sure.
No matter what. Yeah, I just like I have to. I'm gonna be fighting through it, but I don't want that series to just sit in a hiatus, you know, spot for too much longer. So I'll make it work. I will probably get back to it after I move. So okay, come back to me in a few weeks and see how I'm feeling emotional. But as of right now, it is something that's on my mind. Don't worry, I haven't forgot about you. And it was kind of like our excuse to get everybody together. Like, I miss getting together on Sundays and playing games.
Yeah. Had to say no. Just let me do the second chapter of.
I know, dude. I'm so bummed that Tim fucking like asked me to arrange something with all of you guys, and we something that low-key I was really excited for, and then he kind of bailed on us.
Yeah, that was disappointing.
It's okay, I understand. Like, he has his streams and he has his routines and everything. I think I just maybe like kind of created it up like really big in my mind, right? And so it was just so disappointing to have him be like, "Hey, this this day actually doesn't work for me. I'm sorry." Because then it was like, "Oh man, I wanted to read Titus Uno with the boys so bad."
Well, I popped into Tim's stream before I started this stream, and he was talking about how he wants to get back to Titus Uno.
Oh my, that's so funny. That's so funny. Oh man, I miss it. I miss hanging out with everybody. I miss hanging out.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
I think Tim is the one that's the hardest to convince that we're like, come on, like I think he thinks we're like too cool or something for him. I don't understand because we're very, very much of the, like, we're like, come on, man, like let's do stuff. We love you.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't know. Tim, I feel like Tim just thinks he's like this like awkward nerdy guy and he doesn't deserve like cool friends like us. And it's like, dude, you're such a sweet and caring person. Like, you deserve the world.
Well,
Let's hang out.
You guys are pretty cool.
I agree that you guys are cool. I don't know. I feel like we're all nerdy, right?
Yeah, well, see, and the exact exchange that we just had proves why he shouldn't feel like that, because all of us think that the rest of us are cool.
Yeah, and not just that either. Like, we all share insanely common nerdy interests too. Like,
Yeah.
I try to always like send Digimon references and stuff to Tim, Power Rangers, like just to really reassure to him, like, hey man, I'm into that kind of stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not as much as you, but maybe you could teach me a thing, right? Like, one of the things I love about my friendship with Michael is that he loves wrestling and I don't get it at all. But I love Michael so much that I want to watch wrestling with him and have him explain why it's so cool. And also, like, I've been kind of getting into the scene on accident. Like, one of the rappers I like, Mega Ran, he's super into fucking wrestling. And so, like, it's on my timeline occasionally. And, like, dude, a few weeks ago, Snoop Dogg was doing some AEW wrestling. And, like, I know Snoop Dogg. I know AEW. That's something I can talk to Michael about.
Snoop Dogg was in AEW, like wrestling, like fighting people.
Yeah, dude.
What?
I didn't know that. Michael was telling me that I think it was Shaq was.
Yeah, Shaq was recently. I saw clips.
And
so
he
good.
won.
It's so good, dude. I love, like, that's what I love about wrestling. Like, I love that they know it's a performance, and I love these weird cameos. Like, I love that they take it so seriously, and the community takes it so seriously, but they also kind of know it's a performative act. Like, it's so good. Like, and having a friend who likes that kind of stuff is gonna, enlighten my perspective even more.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, no, that's something me and Michael have planned. Is we're gonna get it out there. I told him I'll order a pizza for the both of us, and we'll a pizza in both senses, right? And we'll fucking get down on some wrestling.
Thank you for the sub, Okurisu. Man, this is an interesting conversation for Joel and Ellie to be having. It very much is.
I didn't realize Joel and Ellie were in our circle. How long have they known Michael?
Yeah.
Years.
And why are they talking about Shaq wrestling? Did the world end like years ago?
Who's Shaq?
The world ended in 2013, not that long ago.
But everyone forgot who Shaq was. It was like right at the time where he was like, the world's flat. And then like the zombie apocalypse happened and everyone was like, oh,
did he
Shaq
say the
who?
world was flat in 2013?
I think it was around that time. Yeah, he's made those
Shaq
claims.
is a flat earther?
Yeah, dude. The more you know.
Yeah, I had no idea.
It was something when I worked at the first lab I worked at. We made jokes about it all the time. So maybe it's a little bit later. It was probably like 2016, 2017. But yeah, he totally has. That's very funny. I didn't know you didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Great.
Oh wait.
Jones Rounds.
Whoa.
Man, you remember that Shaq guy? What the heck happened to him?
Ellie looks up at him. He was a flat earther.
Yeah, Ellie knows, even though... Wasn't she born after this whole thing started?
She has that foresight. Insight?
Foresight.
Hindsight.
I don't know.
Yes.
Hindsight.
Heinz ketchup.
Ooh,
Now that
Heinz
it's been, you know, a year, and it's 2021. Now we can't, you know, do the whole hindsight's 20. Well, I guess 2020 is hindsight. There we go. We can still do the joke. We can still do the joke.
Oh, that's such a quality joke.
Don't fear, everybody. Hindsight is 2020.
Hindsight's
Yeah.
2020 as I pour ketchup into my eyes.
Yeah.
This is good. All right, I'm gonna step away for a quick second, boys. I'm a brave. Well, it's actually kind of nice out today, but the snow is like literally up to my waist. It's insane.
Wow.
So
I know.
You're gonna go make some yellow snow?
Yeah, with the toxins I'm about to inhale and breathe back onto the snow. It actually
these
that
guys are
is a
talking
thing.
about my
If
homie
you
Shaq. We should help these two strangers out. They're brothers. They're brothers, but
His name could be Sun. We don't know.
that is true.
that's so true.
I mean,
I've met people
Sam is
named
pretty
Guy.
close to Sun. Maybe just spelled it wrong.
But yeah, I'm gonna brave the cold real quick. I'll be right back, boys.
Word.
Dude, antiparticles.
I know.
Dude.
Now that he's gone, I don't know what I'm gonna do without him.
I know. How are we gonna live?
We're so alone, dude. Not
Just
that I've
misspelled.
ever played this game or seen any gameplay of it. It's just misspelled. Oh no, not you. The game misspelled. Sam. It's supposed to be Sun.
Yeah.
That's his name now.
He just doesn't climb up the rock.
Yeah, I don't know. He's just gone forever, as you do.
What happens? Oh,
I love abandoning children. That's why
It
I've
is
done it
good.
multiple times.
Joel loves it too. That's what he does to Ellie at the end of the game.
Yeah, and I mean, let's not forget what he did to Sarah. How
Yeah.
he escaped with her, they made it through, and then he shot her in the stomach and left.
Yup.
That's what
Joel's a
happened.
monster.
That's what happened in the prologue of this game. I joined the stream and the first thing I hear is, I love abandoning children. Well, Noah, after all this time, you should know that about me. Welcome to the stream, buddy.
Joel just loves abandoning children.
I know, I'm watching a quality stream when I hear that. Yeah, it's pretty good. So I really like how during these, like, you can go the way that the brothers go, but, like, by default, you're going... Like, this is the second time it's happened now. By default, you're going a different way. And then you meet back up.
Oh, okay. Is the dialogue different? I mean, we wouldn't know now, but...
Yeah, I don't know.
Why would you go separate? Why wouldn't you just follow the same way?
I don't know, assumedly splitting up to search for clues. Scooby-Doo. How are you doing, by the way? You know, I'm doing pretty good, man. Taking it a day at a time. Uh, we're in a suite. We're on day what 3 of a 4-day spring break. So
Oh, you guys on spring break right now?
yeah, and it's the weekend plus today and tomorrow.
They didn't
Pretty
give you a
epic, right?
week? Legendary Shack.
I remember being stuck here for a while. I need to find a wooden platform to bring them over there. But I think I have to... There's an area... Alright, let me dip below water, because there should be an area that I can swim
It would just
through.
save time, right? If we just taught Ellie how to swim.
It would. It really would. It really would save time.
It's not. You
But
don't
at the
need to be
same
a
time,
great
the
swimmer.
wooden platform is what would allow her to get up there. Like, I can't just... I don't think I can just jump up. No, I can't.
Oh, is there not a ladder on that side? My bad.
No.
No.
No, yeah. I have to figure out... Hey, thank you for hosting! Alright, I have to figure out... There's some area that I have to swim into, if I'm remembering correctly, that will allow me to, right? That will allow me to find a wooden platform to use, or something like that. There's no area to swim into, though. That I can assure you. Alright, did I miss something up?
Pipes?
Nah. Did I miss something up here?
Can you climb the tree in the middle of the pool?
The
I don't know what
tree.
benefits that would provide. Yeah, that's coming out of the car.
Oh, no. I will grab this firefly pendant for no particular reason. Was it actually something where, like, the wood is trapped down here at the bottom and I have to, like, drag it out? Or something?
I mean, it'd be waterlocked then, right? Would it still have buoyancy?
Yeah, because, you know, video game logic and whatnot.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I do love video games.
Video games are good.
Okay. I need to...
Jordan, question: do you think this is bad puzzle design that you can't solve this without prompts, or?
Well, I think this is poorly designed because I remember I struggled here with prompts.
Oh, okay.
Let me check the pipes. Maybe you're right. Maybe it is the pipes that I have to investigate. Maybe I can like open them. No. Maybe can I jump up into that now? Imagine not being able to swim in a zombie apocalypse. Sounds like a recipe for disaster. Exactly. Just jump in. Oh yeah.
Just jump in.
Just jump right into it.
Just jump right into it.
I'm back, boys.
Hello, welcome back. You know,
Hello, back.
I'm no coward. I'm not afraid to Google this. I'll do it. So, you know, that would require me to just stand still for a minute. Yeah, okay, I'll do that. Alright, looks like I'm not hanging out with Davis tomorrow.
What?
Yeah, he just canceled on me.
Davis!
What a nerd.
I don't know, I sort of expected it.
Jordan, if you want to hang out tomorrow, I'm free.
Yeah, you know what? Might be down for that.
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
Yeah.
We could go to Naughty Primate or something.
Yeah.
Just have a
And dude,
sweet date.
I'm gonna be less likely to get the Rona or have it be as bad.
Yeah, and I get tested every week, and I can tell you that I'm negative. Alright, Last of Us, Henry and Sam, water, room, help me. Okay.
Yes, I'll be right back. I need to check on my Roomba. Need to make sure he's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, buddy.
Please make sure. Video game logic. Player puts down controller and character's okay with just floating in the probably cold and dirty water for no reason. So proud that you were negative for AIDS. Yeah, dude. I'm really proud of myself, even.
That's always a great moment. Are you stuck? You don't know what you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just jump down into the water by the gate to your right. Keep swimming until you reach a pipe that's blocking the gate. Once you've taken it away, Henry will...
Henry, just let me move on.
There's a pipe that's blocking the... Okay. That is what I would call bad puzzle design, because that is exactly what I was stuck on last time. I remember. I studied real hard to pass yours. Oh, dude, I'm glad that you managed to pass the AIDS test. Alright, so now I go through a little section alone. And then I eventually come back through with a wood plank for them. Oh, never mind. It's just right here.
So, why aren't they swimming? What the fuck?
Because they're stupid and lame. Well,
yeah,
so
like
neither of the kids can swim.
Okay, that's fair.
Henry is staying there to keep them safe / be the strong man who can lift the gate.
Well, I guess that's fair.
Yeah, it's a whole
I
thing.
guess. Yeah, I guess that's
All right,
fair.
Ellie. Get on, bitch. Let me just carry her across over to this area.
I'm gonna be real. You should learn how to swim. It's gonna be a steep learning curve, Ellie, but you should learn how to swim.
Pretty sure she eventually does.
Yeah, wait, see,
I mean, she does
Okarusu.
by game 2.
Yeah, look at what Okarusu said. What is up with no one swimming in the apocalypse? I feel like that would be the first lesson.
Because in general, nobody is, like, everybody is just in cities, like, stuck in, like, lockdowns. At least, I'm pretty sure these kids were. So, they wouldn't have an opportunity to be taught how to swim.
Inflatable pools? You're not thinking like a white trash family.
Yeah, but you're not thinking like a zombie apocalypse.
I know, but come on. White trash families gotta have their inflatable pools. Oh, we're moving? Take down the pool. The zombie apocalypse has happened? Take down the pool. I have to have something to hang out in. No, you're right. I definitely get that, for sure. That makes sense. We need to standardize swimming lessons preemptively. If a zombie apocalypse ever happens, it's the first thing we do.
Goddamn right we do.
Step 1, teach babies how to swim. My baby's 6 months old. They're gonna learn how to swim.
Dude, there were baby swimming lessons at the pool I worked at.
You know what, man?
No, it's Shaq's castle. It is! Oh, dude, I just got the shorty.
Oh, sick. If a puppy can swim, so can you, right? That's all you need.
That
Doggy
is
paddle.
true. Dude, my dog, very good at swimming. In
I
fact,
want a dog.
He surfs, kind of, like body surfs.
What?
Yeah, like, one time, my mom was chilling on the beach with the dog, and my dad, brother, and I were in the ocean. And then suddenly we turn around and we see my dog swimming out to us. And then whenever a wave, like a big wave was coming, he would turn around, start swimming the other way, ride the wave, and then continue, turn back around, continue swimming back out to us. It was adorable.
I love it.
I took lessons at the pool when I was young. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people did.
Yeah, I didn't take like
some
swim lessons.
I see that
until
have
I
trouble
was...
floating, aka just people too afraid to not flail. Yeah, well, so I actually have problems with floating, like without. Okay, hang on, there were noises.
It's those cannons you're rocking, guy.
Well, yeah, so I don't know. I feel like and I'm super comfortable in the water. I'm incredibly comfortable in the water, but I don't know.
You're a lifeguard.
Yeah. It's just like, what the fuck are you shooting at? Oh.
That.
Yeah, that is an issue. What the fuck? I swing my weapon at it. Dude. Alright, I'll shoot it. Fine.
No,
Use my fucking gun.
I feel you. Like, just to kind of resonate what you're saying, like, I definitely feel that, like, I swam in high school, right? But I still have issues in the water, just keeping myself up and keeping the breathing right and everything. Like, it's a very particular skill.
Yeah.
But it is kind of like a bike, right? Like, once you get it down, you know, you get thrust into water and you're just like, oh, I know this.
Yeah.
And I didn't even really learn, like, I stuck with the doggy paddle, right, until I actually took swim my freshman year of high school. And then it was like, oh, this is how you move through water.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I was feeling ballsy and went out as deep as you guys did in the ocean when we went. Because, like, we didn't... I couldn't touch the bottom anymore, and that's, like, my safety point.
Dude, come the fuck on! It wouldn't let me not target the guy right in front of me. I wanted to shoot the clicker, and it wouldn't let me.
I saw... I could feel it, like, watching the gameplay back.
God, okay. Please, please, please. Alright, that works. These guys are Shaq's bodyguards. Shaq hasn't fed them the Grand Sandwich, and now they are hungry. That is correct. They need a Grand Sandwich.
The grandest of sandwiches.
Grand Sandwich is very popular. Yeah, I don't know what it is specifically, but, like, I'm just not great at specifically floating. Like, I can shred water for, like, an hour without even really being tired, but something about floating, like, without moving is just difficult for me, because, like, my feet will just sink. They just will. Isn't floating, not with moving around, just require basically breathing? Yeah, I mean, essentially, like, breathing is definitely a big part of it. You need to be able to control your breathing properly.
I think also there's kind of a big difference between swimming, like, in a pool and swimming, like, in an ocean or, like, in a wave pool or something where, like, you know, there's consistent motion.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can say for sure, like,
Oh,
floating in, like,
an ocean, it's incredibly easy to float because of the salt water.
yeah, the thing that you have to do while you're floating, like, in the ocean is just, like, worrying about not getting hit in the face and, drinking down buckets on accident.
Yeah, but honestly, like I could just lay there in the ocean and I'll just float over the waves. Honestly.
I had to, like, push myself over them. They were taking me. You got a little height on me, that's for sure. Yeah, we were at a point where I was kind of floating, and so I had. That was, I guess, is what I'm getting at, is with the motion you have to, like, you're breathing and moving with the motion for the most part, whereas
Yeah.
just floating in a normal pool. I suppose I might vary slightly between person to person, right? Like, body mass isn't exactly the same between every human.
Yeah, because floating is mostly about density more than anything.
Yeah, and like I made the joke of, like, you're tall and you have, like, a really broad chest and, like, good arms. So, like, I feel like that could also kind of add to you're like, man, floating, I had this issue with it, and it's because you're kind of built in a different way.
Mm-hmm. Man, bro, this is a booby trap that actually catches boobies. But yeah, it's all about how people are built, because also, like, it's easier to float with like a lot of fat as opposed to muscle. Muscle makes it incredibly difficult to float.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and you are a lifeguard. Like, you are built to, like, your body literally is adapted itself to this job you do. So it makes sense that you've got, the broad chest and arms, to save people's lives.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh.
Hello. Back.
How you doing, sexy?
What?
How you doing, sexy?
Alright. My Roomba broke into my dad's room.
Oh, that's what the issue was.
Nah, I want to get a Roomba.
Okay.
Have you guys ever watched Parks and Rec?
Yeah. DJ Roomba?
DJ Roomba, I want to put a Bluetooth speaker on my Roomba, like, so bad. Because I would actually, like, get the, like, thorough usage out of it. Because in the morning, I could turn on my Roomba, and, like, in the morning, I'm, like, kind of moving all over the place. It's like, get coffee, get water, go here, do this, go here, do that. It's like the first 20 minutes of my day. And part of my day is, like, sweeping, because I have the cats, and they're always kind of hitting litter all over the place. Like, and I have mats to catch it, and they're like, oh yeah, fuck you, and they scoop it past the mats. It's insane. They're too smart. But, yeah, so a Roomba would be sick, because then I could turn on the jams in the morning, and my Roomba would kind of follow me. I wouldn't be a problem, I guess, if it went away with the jams. But yeah, no, like, I've thought about this all the motherfucking time. I'm gonna do it.
DJ Roomba, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna have DJ Roomba.
Yeah. I'm just afraid if I had, like a pet and a Roomba. Well, I don't know how well, like, toilet trained your cats are, Bobby. But, like, if like I had a dog and he was, like, feeling sick and he pooped, and then my Roomba came up and was like, hey, what if I just mirrored this?
I think about that all the time. I am lucky. They're very consistent in going in the box, right? Mm-hmm. But I have one in particular who he likes to eat a lot, just to, like, flex on the other cats. Like, he'll go and eat out of all of their bowls before eating out of his bowl.
Yeah,
he's kind of an asshole. Like, there's not anything I can really not do that. He likes to show them he's top cat.
Mm-hmm.
And so he throws up. And so that's where the concern comes in of, like, what if I turn on the Roomba and step into the shower, and then the cat throws up while I'm in the shower, and then the Roomba's...
Yeah.
And also, Gaming the Good Life mentioned a Roomba with a knife taped to it. It's like...
Yeah, I've seen a meme of it.
I'm unobservant enough where, like, that could actually deal some damage.
Yeah.
You know, I'll admit it. I'm very oblivious. Like there'll be a day where I'll just forget that I have a knife taped to my Roomba for the memes, and then I'll stab myself. And I'm sure you're thinking, well, wouldn't you see the knife? Listen, I'm that level of oblivious.
You know, looking it up, they do have like mop Roombas. So if you just like have that one go first, we'll fall behind.
No, we need to dual Roombas. You get a Roomba, you duke it out with some stuff. I'll get a Roomba, I'll duke it out with some stuff. We put them in a battle.
Like they're fighting each other, or they're fighting the who cleans more.
No, yeah, they're fighting each other. They're fighting who cleans more.
This Roomba has a lighter on it, and this Roomba has hairspray.
Yeah. And in combination, they will fuck you up.
Separate they're weak, but together they are strong.
Oh my god. That would actually, if you could have like those two Roombas lined up so perfectly where they move in tandem and create that effect, that's actually not okay.
What?
That'd be amazing.
A lighter and hairspray Roomba combo.
Yeah, but like they're on two separate Roombas. You have to make them like navigate with each other.
Yeah. Oh my god, that would be incredible. So I would love if you didn't navigate them together, so just at random points, if they ever like get in the right position, there's just a random flamethrower all of a sudden.
Not only would your apartment stink of like hairspray because you just have it like on a constant stream.
Yeah.
But now you're living in the fear of like it might randomly catch. You're like just sitting there, right? And you're like minding your own business. It's been peaceful for like an hour. You're like, they're never gonna catch. And then all of a sudden it's just like
Imagine if AIs that want to take over the world became a thing, but they could only control Roombas. They just had to use whatever people taped to Roombas to take over. That would be amazing. Oh shit.
I'm just gonna buy a bunch of like suction cup dildos and put them along like the outside of the Roomba, like around the circumference.
Yeah.
That's my battle bot.
If anybody ever lays down on your floor, they're in the possibility of having a really good time.
An insanely good time. There's like 12 on here. Wow, this song is way too intentional. Not what. I've listened like this whole song. I'm just gonna finish it off.
Dude, Jordan just outrunning everybody else.
Yeah, fuck them, dude. I don't give a shit. Think I care what these fuckers are doing? No.
Are you still running from people, or?
What was infected, but, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if they're still here. I don't hear infected sounds, so... I wouldn't
You left
know.
them in the dust.
Yeah.
Well, no, like, I would never hear infected sounds, is what I mean by that.
Because you're just too fast all the time.
Of course.
All the time.
Alright, hit me with some kind of pop. I'm not feeling Metallica.
So, was there a reason you two swapped kids? You were bored?
Yeah, it's because, like, we hit a booby trap that, like, separated us based on our location at the time of doing it. And, it just so happened that Ellie was on the side of the door that, Henry was on, and Sam was on my side of the door.
Gotcha.
So.
You guys been having a conversation like, hey, you know what be... It's like a sitcom. We just swap kids.
Yeah.
What crazy hijinks
That
we
would
get
be
into.
pretty funny if that's what had happened.
Dude, Jordan,
My
you're just-
name's Joel. How did I get myself into this sticky situation?
You're probably wondering.
Frame. He like steps out like the scenes on a green screen. He's like, "Yep, that's me right there."
All right. No, I didn't get close to you.
Was it a clicker?
Yeah, dude, I fucking hate clickers. They're annoying.
Oh, Jordan, I watched some more Alt F4 gameplay. I'm so ready. Next time I stream it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so like I saw that you streamed, but it was the day that I made a very conscious choice to like stay up late and play games, and then like just sleep in that day, because I usually don't sleep in. I usually get up pretty early.
Yeah.
But yeah, I woke up that day and it was like 11 my time, and I like was catching up with the Discord, and I was like, oh, Cam's streaming, and then I saw when it was sent, and I was like, oh.
Yeah. Bobby will probably stream again. I hope I do.
You should, just for me.
Just for you. All right, I'll do it just for you.
Yeah. No, I was telling Jordan that I was getting back into speedrunning Tony Hawk. I might try to get back into streaming once I get my new PC.
Come on.
I'm excited for you to get back into streaming.
Yeah, I even if I don't do like speedrun stuff, like I don't know, it's fun.
Yeah, just hope you don't have those like audio issues, right?
It's audio and visual. I noticed that there's no consistency to the internet here. It's literally always fluctuating.
Huh.
Yeah, so like a good example is like when I'm like downloading.
God.
Like
Fuck.
Oh no, dude, it's that stupid fucking thing every time.
Well, because there's like 7 of them, and shut the fuck up! I turned off hints. And the problem is, are you already under attack, dude? Go fuck yourself.
You walked right into that, bud.
That's on you.
But no, like my internet just literally is inconsistent. Like it'll fluctuate between like 1,000 kilobytes and then like 60 megs and then like 20 megs, and 12 megs and then 2 megs, 5 megs and then 2 megs and then 5 megs and then 10 kbs. It's just all over the place. So that's gonna be something that I will be dumping a small dime into once I move out there for Sneezy, is good internet, especially because I don't know if I've told you this yet. I kind of want to turn my apartment into like recording like get together area, just like my character type. If I was in a sitcom, is Monica from Friends, right? Like I like everything clean and I really like hosting. And so I want to have good enough internet at my place to where you guys could like, be able to utilize the place as like a recording hub or whatever, and still have good like consistency with the games that you want to play, or good access to your Steam accounts or whatever.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah, it's something because I have like I'm gonna be moving out there with a bunch of microphones and mixer, and the mixer has 4 mic inputs. And so like I have all this equipment, it would be a shame to let it go.
Okay. I'm just looking at the time. I think it might be a good opportunity for me to save the game and end the stream, because
You have been going for a bit.
Yeah, and yeah, we've been going for like 3 hours, and I've got something to do in half an hour.
Oh shit!
I'm meeting some people, so I want to make sure that I have time to get ready and get there. Yeah. So thank you everybody for coming out to the stream. Greatly appreciate it. Of course, Cameron and Bobby for talking with me on Discord and for being in chat for a little while. Then also, Shrug for popping by, Eli for stopping by and hanging out in chat, and resubbing. Super cool. Noah, Gaming the Good Life, thank you for stopping by. Greatly appreciated as well. And you know what? I will see you guys next time. Peace out.